Hello and welcome, everyone. I hope you are all doing fantastic. Tell me, Gian, Taraka, how are you two feeling?
Like a
It's great.
blueberry.
Like a blueberry.
Hey, blueberries are fantastic. Blueberry pancakes, to be specific. S tier.
Only when they've got potato in them.
Of course. Of course. Oh, welcome, Caleb. Thank you for the hydrate. How's the Drunken Bard doing today? We are getting about to start our D&D Session 5, so you had the perfect time. Congratulations. Tell me, everyone, who would like a recap?
A recap would be lovely, Kisser.
A recap would be lovely. Splendid. I just listened to D&D Session 4 this morning, so I should, totally know what happened there. Session 4 started with us going to court. In the morning, Jian, Taraka, Huli, and Chad walked through the door into the Fey Court. Needless to say, it started off okay as Taraka went up on stage and said what was happened, only adding in a couple lies that did get detected, by the way. People do not like being lied to, Taraka. Other than that, it went fairly alright. Lucy had to silence the court because Zenora kept on speaking out. Oh, I love that. I love that, Gian.
That's so cute.
I feel like I just reacted like a dog when you squeaked that. Call me a bitch, why don't you?
I mean, you definitely are one.
Hey, rude. But speaking of Gian, when Gian took the stand, things took a bit of a turn, to say the least.
That's fair.
As he tried to speak his mind onto what happened, he would open his mouth and quickly shut it, realizing that words that were about to come out were not his own. This happened time and time again. He couldn't control what he was saying, but luckily, he had the willpower to stop him before he said anything else. Until he, well, spewed it out. I wanted his soul, which drew the entire court into silence. And not the same silence spell that Zenora issued upon, or that Lucy issued upon Zenora. This was shock amongst the crowd. Jian explaining on a note, I'm under the influence, I'm not saying my own words. But Zenora wasn't having it. Zenora wants Jian to go to the dungeons. Things were getting heated as Jian pulls out his snake to speak for him, because the snake is, well, not inflicted by whatever is going on. The snake, who, Pablo is his name, I fucking love. Great character, by the way, Jian. I love him. Goes on stage and, well, he speaks the truth, and nothing but the truth. And at the end, admits, yeah, but this motherfucker did just stab him, so you know. But also says that something was afoot with the tea. Something. Who knows what? There ended up being a recess called by Lucy. Lucy says, we will take a 2-day recess. We will come back on Wednesday, starting with Nick's testimony, followed by Chad's. On their way out, the group took note that Amethyst and Jade, who always seemed to be distant, perked up and seemed rather active in the court case once Pablo came out. I mean, a talking snake, one that doesn't hold its tongue. How hilarious! And then when Chadsworth spoke back to Lucy, oh, they're dying. Best court case of the year. Best court case of the century, one might say. They left, and Hooley figured that they needed something to cheer them up, bring up their spirits. I mean, it was a rather hard day. So Hooley decided to call upon one of Taraka's old friends, someone that Taraka hadn't seen in weeks. In fact, the last time Taraka saw her, she was shredding her piece by piece with her claws, the first time she ever turned into a werewolf. But Lily did not seem to remember that. Lily just seemed to want to gain the political power that Taraka and Hooley shared. Always wanting to get to the highest seats, want all the exceptions made for her and her group, because they are with the princess, after all. That didn't go too well for Chad. May or may not have told her off at the end of the dinner. Speaking of dinner, that tasted really delicious, but Taraka thinks it smells a little funny. Reminds her of Fairyville, which is home to humans. Very strange. And thanks for the hydrate. And while leaving the restaurant, Taraka got a big whiff of human Fairyville? What was that? Coming from a door that said employees only. That may or may not be something that you could pursue anytime you wish. Speaking of, when your human in your body washed himself clean and got rid of all of his chemicals on his body, you noted that he also smelled dinner. That night, once home, they all did their respected things. Jian reaching out to Mother to speak with her in the library. A room filled with infinite knowledge, books upon books. You can spend eternity in there and still find things to do. It seems, at least. He spoke to her about the court case. She assures him that, don't worry, Mother will take care of this. Or she wishes to protect Jian, Taraka. They are her family, after all. Jian told her how there was a bit of black sludge left by the servant of the Spring Court. That was a surprise to her, and when she took a look, there was no smudge, but a stain of a crest that Hooley did not recognize. I will pull up the crest now. It looked along the lines of this. Let me pull up full screen. Maybe. Right here. This will do. I don't wish that. But yes. Oh, you can't even see it on stream. Unfortunate. Oh well. I need to go ahead and download an image onto Roll20 so that way you can see it. I'll do that in a minute. But yes, a crest that Hooley had never seen was left on Jian's shoulder. She said that she would look into it. Jian appreciates her. When they hug, she once again casts calm emotions, for Jian is going through a lot. Taraka, on the other hand, ended up spending time with her father, Adelar, who they trained and trained and trained, and Taraka succeeded in transforming into a wolf. A very proud moment. Congratulations, once again, thus lowering your save DC by 1. So instead of needing a 15, you need a 14 or lower. If you continue training with him, that save will get easier and easier to hit in the future. Maybe one day, potentially, being able to control it fully. You still have the sneaking suspicion that it's not this hard for most newcomers to control their werewolfism, their lycanthropy. I wonder why it's harming you more. Afterwards, Jian goes and speaks with Chad, talks to him about, well, Taraka, and how neither of them really appreciated how Lily was treating Taraka. Then, when Taraka was done, she came and checked in on them. Chad spoke with Taraka, ended up confronting her about this. Taraka understands that Lily is just using her, but goes into detail on how, oh, that's why she ended up killing her. It wasn't on purpose. She just got so mad when she found out that she transformed, and if she wants to use Taraka for petty benefits, well, it's the least she could do. She accidentally killed her after all. Chad doesn't like that. I'd also like to make point that the reason why Taraka was able to transform into a werewolf after two fails about to rage out, she remembered the note that Chad left. You're not a monster. You're my friend. Then mixed with the words of Adelar, you've got this. She was able to calm down and focus on herself. They spoke for a minute before heading off to bed. But I do believe that was the full session. Am I correct, Jian Taraka?
Yeah, that about covers it.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Splendid. In that case, it is morning. I will note, Jian, you do not get woken up this morning. Perhaps a certain mother prevented her husband from splashing water on the males in the house. After a long, hard day, she figured they could sleep in. Congratulations. However long you would wish to sleep, you get to. And Taraka, you did have exhaustion, so you're sleeping that off as well. But it's only level 1, so you can still wake up whenever you wish.
She'll sleep in a little bit. She'll still get up at 7.
Alright. I love
It's
how
almost dragon hibernation time.
It is. When is Dragon Hibernation?
Whatever allows me to sleep for 2 months straight.
So Jian just doesn't wake up. Jian is, I am going to enjoy this for as long as I can. I love this.
Next Tuesday.
Next Tuesday.
Yep.
There we go.
Next Tuesday.
There we go.
Just normal amounts of sleep. He'll just get up at some point in the morning.
All right. I'm going to say, Jian, you sleep until 10 o'clock. How does that sound? You get to sleep in as late as your body allows you.
Oh yeah, let's go for that.
Let's go for that. Chad is much there with you. Does not want to get up. Taraka, you wake up at 7. What do you do for 4 hours? 3 hours?
Well, she'll start off by praying to Lavinius. She'll wake up, get herself dressed, and then strum a few chords just to send a prayer off to her god. Thank him for watching over them and pray that he helps guide them through this situation.
Roll me a D100.
Let's see. 70.
A 70. You feel a hand on your shoulder.
And she'll utter another thank you to Lavinius. And after, she will go for a run.
Mhm.
She'll run for 30 minutes or so.
Okay.
Come back, again, clean herself up, eat breakfast. And then if there's time after that, and Chad and Gian are not awake yet, she would probably see if Adelar's awake and try to get some training in before the boys wake up.
I'll say you don't have enough time for training. You only had about 3 hours. Yeah,
Yeah, I wasn't thinking so. That's why I said if there's time.
yeah, no. But no worries. And so you finish up breakfast, Gian. You wake up. How does your morning go?
Well, his pillow is covered in drool.
Best sleep of your life.
Just wet pillow. Just needs to clean up.
And you can air dry it.
Yeah, just blow it dry. It's all right. Just blow it all dry for me.
There we go. I love it. Brilliant. Do you do any
Get
morning?
washed up. Yeah. Just get washed up and dressed and just see if anyone else is awake.
You head outside your room. Right about that same time, you see Chad walk out from the room in front of you. Morning, Gian.
You look like you slept well.
I haven't slept that long in weeks. You look rested yourself.
I try to stay rested.
How well did you sleep, actually?
Oh, incredibly.
Incredibly well. I'm glad.
Like a baby.
I'm glad. I'm glad. You may only have a couple more nights of good sleep. What? I didn't say that.
Just a couple.
Just a
Just get them
couple.
where you get them.
Maybe one. But
Enjoy
yes.
them while we have them.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, that's why you gotta sleep in, because you might have to miss out.
Yeah. Who knows where you're gonna be sleeping tomorrow night?
Hopefully not upside down.
Oh, don't worry, you
Yeah.
won't be upside down.
Hopefully not 6 feet under.
Oh, it won't be 6 feet under either.
And also hopefully in one piece.
Maybe
Yeah.
6 feet inside a hole.
That's just as bad.
We'll see.
But anyway, to continue without too many spoilers and foreshadowings. Yeah, best sleep of my life. Have you ate breakfast yet?
I just got up. Just about to go check that out.
Why don't I make us something to eat then?
Well, let's go for it.
So the two of you walk downstairs, and Taraka, I presume, this is right about the time that you would be finishing up dinner. Or breakfast, I should say, not dinner.
Yeah, I would like to say she probably made enough for everybody.
Oh, nice. So then, in that case, as you are finishing up your meal, Chad and Gian walk in. Something smells delicious.
It's just a little something. Figured since I was the first one up and all.
Good mornings.
Good morning. Did the two of you sleep well?
The best sleep of my life. That bed is really comfortable.
Yeah, beds are pretty comfortable. They're as comfortable as you need them to be.
Yeah. But you already made breakfast?
Yeah, it's still in the kitchen where it'll stay warm.
Chad,
Straight to the kitchen.
Chad follows.
It's eating time.
That it is. The two of you eat breakfast and meet up with Taraka. Anything you would like to say in private with Chad while you are eating? Or would you just like to eat?
Brock would probably just eat.
Okay.
She doesn't really have anything to say.
In that case, three of you finish up your meals right about the time that Huli comes down. Oh, good morning, children. How are the three of you doing today?
Doing well, Mom. Thanks.
Well rested and fed.
I'm glad to hear. I do need to run some errands today. There are some things I need to look into. Uh, Particularly about what we spoke about last night, Jian. Is there anything you need while I'm out in town? Oh, I should be back tonight.
talk to you for just a second, Mom, before you go?
Of course. What can I help you with?
She's gonna talk to you in private right over here. Gonna take her into the other room.
All right.
And she's going to, as quietly as she possibly can, I think we ate human last night.
I'm sure you did. Yes, dear.
Tarako just vomits.
Oh, dear. And she precipitates it up. Are you okay?
Why would you let me eat that?
I mean, it's just liver, dear.
But it's human.
It's only a treat that I indulge in every
Sure,
decade or
eat
so.
it. You let
Heavens, no! He didn't eat it. He didn't eat it. His was beef, dear. You think I'd let him be a cannibal?
The whole table smelled the same.
There was a lot of food on the table. I'm sure it all smelled that.
Mom,
Yes, dear.
like the whole back of the restaurant smelled the same, like that.
What do you mean, dear?
It was like really strong coming from the one employee only door.
That's where they keep the reserves? I know that they say that they receive their organs from a local morgue down on the material.
I'm never eating there again.
Let me know where that morgue is so I never go there.
Oh man.
Same though.
Same though. I know, right? Well,
They just harvested organs and sell them to Faye.
at least that's what they tell Huli. I apologize I didn't tell you sooner. I knew it would be awkward for you to find out. Is it not delicious?
Yeah, I shouldn't be thinking my friends smell delicious, Mom.
Well, I didn't know you could smell them like that. Maybe if you would have told me sooner. And now I wasn't thinking about it last night. I just wanted to treat you out to a good night. Puppy.
I need a puppy.
Oh.
She's doing the James,
She is.
trying to lick the face.
And just always dodge. She gets so upset.
Always dodge.
So does James.
Now,
Luckily,
dear.
he's tiny, so you could push him away.
Now, dear. Anything else you'd like to speak about?
No, but I feel sick now.
Don't worry. And she hugs you. She casts calm emotions on you. You still feel sick, but you at least don't feel upset about anything.
For like the next 10 minutes.
For like the next 10 minutes. While Xian and Chad are talking. Oh, by the way, Xian, can you do that thing to my hair again?
What thing?
The
And then a tornado blows around his hair.
You're the best.
Gotta get that windswept look.
Too good. He's no longer using product, just using Xian's magical hands. That's what you gotta call your salon. Xian's magical hands.
Gion's magical wind.
Xian's magical wind. I love it.
Homemade wind.
Homemade wind.
It's that artisan wind.
What you should do is you should have a bunch of just empty bottles, and whenever someone wants a hairstyle, you just, this is my wind in a bottle.
It's like those air cans.
Yep.
I mean, if it works, it works.
If it works, it works.
Oh, Miss Hooley.
Yes, Xian.
If you're going to the store, do you think you could pick me up some hot peppers?
Of course, do you have a specific kind that you would like?
The spiciest you can get your hands on.
Are you sure?
Absolutely.
Yes, dear. I'll pick them up.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
I shall be home around 8 o'clock tonight. Apologies, I may miss dinner. I need to travel to. It doesn't matter. Anything else that you guys need today?
I don't think so.
Yeah, genuine peppers.
What's a genuine pepper?
Actually, you know what? I might be a little busy, but I can have a friend drop off the peppers for you. They'll be here sometime today. The hottest peppers
mean-
always grow in hell.
I was just thinking she's gonna end up with some like super mega hot peppers from the pits of hell itself.
I love you all. I'll see you soon. Bye, my children.
See you later, Mom.
And
And just bow to steer off.
she smiles and heads out the door. And on the way out, you see her pull out a stone. Kay, can I ask you a favor? Jian and Karaka, or not them, but Rainbow and Kalo know who Kay is.
Yeah.
But
Are we
yes,
gonna get to see her this episode?
you might. You might. Congratulations. But yes, so Huli leaves. You wrap up your dishes, put them away. So, we get the day off. What are we doing today?
I was gonna ask you guys, what do you guys want to do?
I would love to burn the town down, but I don't know if I can do that right now.
Please don't burn Sylvanwood down.
I think the
It's not that I
best.
could anyway.
I think the best you'd be able to do right now is maybe a tornado. Fire doesn't look like your specialty anymore.
I'm real sad about that.
I mean, yeah, I was gonna say you could prestidigitate a flame, but I don't think you know that one.
You can minor illusion of flame.
Minor
It just
illusion of
wouldn't do
flame.
anything.
How
Oh,
unfortunate.
minor illusion of sculpture of a flame.
A sculpture
Is that
of a
good
flame.
enough?
There you go. A sculpture of the town burning down. And just
I'll just
look
burn
at.
down the sculpture.
Again, please don't burn down Sylvanwood. That's kind of Mom and My's town.
That's where all my
Rather-
stuff is.
That's where all our people live. Maybe don't do that.
Don't blow up the planet. That's where all my stuff is.
Oh no. But yes. Karaka, you do hear a voice in your head though. Karaka, it's Ezekiel. How are you doing today? Thanks for the hi, Halen.
Thanks.
Oh, you're leaving? Have a great night. I hope to see you soon, and thanks for stopping by. You're awesome.
I don't necessarily know that they're leaving. I think they're being silly.
Oh, my apologies then. I just looked at chat.
She'll look around.
I'm not leaving.
You Callum.
I'm. Oh, how are you, Ezekiel?
I'm well. I'm reaching out. I know things are difficult in the courts. I was wondering if you would like to speak tonight. You and your friends.
Sure. Where would you like to meet?
Come to the Pride Lands. There is a carnival in town. I look forward to seeing you soon.
All right, sounds good. We'll see you later, Ezekiel.
Pride Lands, Taraka, you would know, would be the fall. Sorry, I had winter, spring, summer, and fall. Would be the Falls Courts land, much as though Sylvanwood is.
You mean winter?
Winter? Yes, winter. My apologies. Is a winter's land. Sylvanwood is a summer's land. Pride Lands is a winter's land.
And I'll look at Chad and Gian. So Ezekiel just invited us to talk tonight. I don't know how I feel about it, though, because, I mean, Lucy's been Mom's friend for years, so I think he'll be an ally, but he's also friends with Nick, so what do you guys think?
I don't know any of them. Is he cool?
Um, is that supposed to be a pun because he's from the Winter Court?
Okay, so he's winter. You said you're summer.
Yeah.
Oh,
Nick
what?
is spring, and Jade is fall.
What do you feel about this, Jian?
I'm not really sure I understand what all the courts mean. I always thought they were all the same group.
Oh, no, there's 4 that run all of the Feywild. It's divided into 4 sections, and 4 heads rule over it together.
Uh, what does he want to do with us?
He said he just wants to talk. So there's a festival going on in the lands of winter, and he wants to talk to us about the court stuff. It
Naruto.
if we can get him on our side, it probably wouldn't be a bad thing. That's not Naruto.
That's not. I was wrong. I saw the orange, and yeah,
All the disappointments.
all the disappointment.
Not a different orange guy.
Orange guy. I love it. Uh,
Correct, Shady.
Dragon Ball. I still need to watch Dragon Ball. I meant to start it, and I tried starting it, but there was no English dub, and
Yeah, we
I
did.
didn't.
I did try to introduce her to Dragon Ball Papa, but we could not find a dub version, and we were not in the mood to read subtitles that particular night.
I apologize. I know the amount of disappointment you feel towards me is immeasurable. But welcome, Papa. Welcome, Kaylin. Welcome, everyone else. I'm looking at chat now. I don't look at chat too much while I am DMing. I apologize. But I hope you're all doing well. But so, Jian, you think we should meet up with Ezekiel tonight?
It wouldn't be
Being
bad.
honest, I don't know entirely who I cannot trust, and I've been deferring to the experienced ones with this one.
No. I mean, I was still gonna tell Mom because it's a little odd. Ezekiel's never wanted to have really a conversation outside of what his mom's made us have, so It's odd that he wants to talk now. But at the same time, he could just be trying to figure out what happened. To kind of help with his mom's decision.
Maybe you should ask Huli then.
Oh, I'm going to do that too, but you guys were here and I have to call her. Then Taraka will go get her stone and call Huli.
All right, you call Huli. Hi, dear. Yes, dear. How are you doing, dear?
Okay, Mom. So, you know how you told us not to really talk to anybody else at the courts?
Yes, dear.
So Ezekiel just reached out
How
and
sweet, dear.
asked if we'd like to have a talk this evening. He said there's a festival going on in the Pride Lands and that he'd just like to have a talk with us about everything. Do you think that's okay, or do you think we should not go?
Well, to be honest, dear, if out of everyone in the courts, I trust the Winter Court the most. Zenora has always seemed a bit bitchy, and Jade and Amethyst never seem to care. I don't get me wrong; it's rather hard. I fall asleep half the time myself, but at least Lucy and I are on good terms. If you
I know what
think,
I was thinking.
if you think you can get them on your side, it wouldn't hurt. But nonetheless, if you're going to be going out, and do please try to be careful, dear, and don't wear that amulet of non-detection, please.
I would never.
I can't see you, Hiraka.
I haven't taken it off yet. I was not going to wear it out.
Please remove it before you go out.
She
I beg
goes
of
ahead
you.
and takes it off.
Thank you. You're beautiful, Hiraka.
Thanks, Mom.
Of course, dear.
And she'll go back in and relay the information to the party that Huli thinks it is not necessarily a bad idea.
Mom is. I look over for a second. Oh no.
I mean, Hilly
no.
got that Riz though.
She got
do
that
got
Riz.
that Riz.
Oh no.
Oh my gosh.
That's
She got
awful.
the most Riz.
For real though?
The most Riz.
Alright. What time are we headed over there?
Just he just said this evening, so probably close to sundown is normally when festivals start, and that's he mentioned that as well. Do I know how long it'll take to get there?
You could likely teleport there from the house.
Okay.
Yeah. So you have the day to do what you want. Right about then, Jian, Taraka, you notice a giant ball of flame appear in the living room. Where the fuck is my niece?
Hey, Aunt Kay. I walk over and give her a hug.
Jian, you see in the living room scorch marks on the floor from the fire. A tiefling standing tall and confident, looking with a bitch face. In her hand is a stem of peppers. This tiefling is purple and pink. Looks like the colors are swaying around her. Roll me a perception.
That was a 7.
A 7. She looks intimidating. Hey Turug, I fucking love you, bitch. Where I was told that some dragon wanted some peppers?
Yeah, that
Yes.
was me.
She
You
points to
you sure
Gian.
know how to make an interest. I like your style.
You're the fucking dragon? You're puny.
Unfortunately. Yes, I agree.
I don't know if you'll be able to handle these. You might be too big of a bitch.
I'll attempt to float them out of her hand.
She lets them go and she's just watching you.
They'll just float over to me. I think I can handle them just fine.
She crosses her arms. Right. Well, now, if you need the antidote, just let me know.
Where these are going, no antidote will be necessary.
Huh. We got a prank up your sleeve. You know you got to tell.
Something like that. You might like it.
What are you planning?
Just lots of fire. These will help.
Hey, Taraka, I like this one. Keep him around. But,
He's pretty cool.
Wink.
wink. If you guys need anything, let me know, but fourth layer of hell ain't gonna rule itself. Catch you fuckers later. She snaps her fingers and the ball of flame surround her again, leaving more scorched marks on the floor before leaving.
Taraka prestidigitates him away. She does this every time.
So what are those peppers for?
For creating big fires. I need them for a spell.
Are you holding them, by the way, or are they just floating in your hand?
They're floating in front of me.
Okay. I will note, when you grab them, they are hot to the touch.
Okay, like burning hot or like they're just really warm?
If you hold them tightly for more than like 15 seconds, your hand would get uncomfortable.
Alright, these are perfect.
Yes. You can tell that in your current form, if you were to eat these, you would.
Good time.
It would not be a good time. As a dragon, these would be perfect.
How many do I have in this little bushel?
You'll have 6.
Alright. Alright.
Yeah. They're hell peppers, only grown in the hottest layer of hell.
And they get their own special component pouch to be put in.
Like, I do not want to burn things in my pouch.
Why not? That sounds fun. Burning things is a thing.
Yeah, but some things don't need to be burnt.
You don't want to burn that book of yours?
No, not at all.
That would be rather unfortunate. Well, can the bard have one? Gian? Oh no.
I don't know if you have the gut for these peppers.
Gonna burn down the town with peppers.
Oh my gosh.
Just like Molotov pepper people.
Oh my gosh.
I
Why do
will-
I feel like that would be a thing?
Just catapult them.
So, you don't know this yet, but I'll give you the stats that I have for these peppers. The juice is highly flammable. If eaten raw, and depending on your race, there is a chance that you will breathe fire due to how hot they are. If the juice gets poured on someone with that is not resistant to poison or fire, it will burn their skin. They are hotter than ghost peppers, obviously. If eaten raw by someone who is not resistant by fire or poison, you will take 1d8 of fire damage.
Nice.
Yeah. You can't prepare. You can prepare them to make it less, but you had to dilute it with a lot of other stuff. I see the hydrate, but I didn't hear it. But I see it.
No,
It's
good
a little
try,
phony
Shady.
hydrate.
Yeah, good try, Shady.
Is a phony.
It's a phony. It is a
This
phony.
is a phony.
Oh my lord, you almost got me there.
Well, you know what? I missed one already, so I'll make up for it with this phony one.
There we go.
Oh, now
There's the
a
real one.
There's the
There's
real
the real one. GG's. So are you gonna be cooking those or
I'm
using
going to be
those?
setting people on fire with them.
I was gonna say you definitely don't want to eat those. That's not pleasant.
Have you tried them?
Yeah.
I've been working on a spell for them. I could go into detail if you'd like, showing them all these magical diagrams in my spellbook for a dragon's breath.
Uh
Oh, that's cool.
oh, you're making dragon's breath.
Oh yeah.
That is actually pretty cool.
I
You'll
mean, if you
get
eat one of those peppers, you're gonna feel like you're breathing like a fire, like a dragon.
yeah.
The pepper makes it so I can do more than just fire if I need to.
What food does your familiar eat? What is your familiar again? I forget. I don't know. But it's
Truffles. Eats
truffles.
apples.
It eats apples. There we go. It eats apples. It is currently about noon, I would say. So we have about 6 hours till sunset. What are we gonna do till then?
What do you guys want to do? Or actually, we are gonna go to see Ezekiel at a festival. You guys should probably get some better clothes.
Where are my clothes?
I mean, yours are probably fine.
I'm honest.
Looks at Gion's.
I'm honestly not sure whose clothes these are. I just found these in my hoard before I left.
They probably reek of dead body.
Well, I kept them clean.
Let
They
them
barely
clean.
fit. It's just close enough to my body type.
Maybe we should get him some new clothes. Your clothes are like forming around your body since your body's just made of air. Your arms are just puffing out of the sleeves.
Yeah. I know a great tailor in Sylvanwood.
Well, alright then. Something that actually fits.
Awesome.
Yeah, you definitely need something that's gonna fit. This she pulls up part of the sleeve. This is not gonna fly.
Well, sounds like we got our day planned then. And the three of you go out. Do you want to role play getting clothes or just hand wave it and say that you got clothes?
Unless you think there's something that's major going to happen, probably
Major,
just
no.
hand wave it
No.
and say all three of us got a new outfit.
Splendid. You all got a new outfit. Gian, yours are form fitting. What colors are yours?
Deep purple.
Deep purple. I love it. Taraka?
Primarily pink, but
Oh,
there's a few little green accents on it.
makes sense. Pink is her favorite color. Chad got a new cloak. This one is black and blue instead of just his blue overcoat. All right. It is getting close to time. You guys spent the day out in town shopping for clothes, getting them personally tailored. Took a few hours. Sure, you guys got some food as well. You are getting ready to head out. So, what's Ezekiel like?
I mean, my interactions with him are very limited. Um, I really only have hung out with him on the rare occasions that my mom and his mom kind of made, for lack of a better way to put it, play dates. And he typically just treated me like an annoying little sister. So that's a good question for long story short purposes.
Well, this is gonna be fun.
Do you know about
Of
how
course
old
it
he
will.
is?
Do I know how old Ezekiel is?
Ezekiel is a high elf. He is about 180 years old.
He's about 180.
He's the equivalent of like 24. Jian.
So yeah, he's 180. Still young.
Okay. And right about then, you hear a knock on the door.
I'll answer it.
You see Ezekiel standing in front of you. Ah, Taraka. How are you doing this evening? This is Ezekiel.
Hello, Ezekiel. How are you this evening? And she'll bow to him.
No need to bow. I'm here on personal matters. I'm well. How about yourself? And where is that dragon? Genasi?
Oh, Gian and Chad are just inside. We were getting ready to leave.
Splendid. Well, sounds as though I got here at the perfect time. Man, I love these festivals. The course can tire me out.
Yeah, I know. It's so draining.
I'm assuming you let him inside.
Of course.
He walks up to Jian. Ah, Jian. Pleasure to finally make your acquaintance. I'm sorry for what's happening to you.
The pleasure is mine, and I trust it's all being handled.
I do hope so. Huli is quite capable. But that's not exactly why I'm here. You see, Mother has, and I see that it is quite a troubling time for the two of you. She suggested that I try to make you guys feel a little bit more at ease. And we have a festival going on, and fortunately, she has to run it. So we figured that, hey, why don't I get to know the other fake courts and, well, try to make you guys' day a little bit better in the progress.
That sounds nice. I appreciate that, Ezekiel.
Never a bad idea to expand the network.
My thoughts exactly. And plus, a story of a dragon becoming a genasi is not something you hear every day.
Hopefully, never again.
One can only hope. Well, we could either stay here or we can head out to the Winter Court, or to the Pride Lands. It is, well, our biggest festival of the decade, after all. Are you guys ready?
Of course.
Oh, of course.
He.
Definitely keeping my wizard hat, by the way.
I love it. He opens up the door, and on the other side, you see a whole festival going on. There are magical roller coasters that seem to suspend themselves in air. And there is a Ferris wheel. There are games galore. People drinking. There's food eating contests. Everything that you could think of is here. It is everyone having a grand old time. Shall we?
Please do lead the way.
And he walks through.
Taraka will walk through.
All right.
Oh yeah, let's go on through.
As does Chad, closing the door behind him. So, Gian, tell me, what would you like to do first? I'd love to get to know you.
Well, that looks fun. I'll point at the flying roller coasters.
Oh, that is quite amazing, I have to say. Let's go in line. And as you do so, yes, we have 6 mages on staff to ensure that they are being levitated properly at all times. If one person gets distracted, we still have 5 other people to ensure that nothing goes awry. And we ensure the safest quality festivals that the Pride Lands have ever known.
It looks
I
amazing.
really don't know how much to trust them. It's the safest that we've ever been.
Well, there were rulers before Lucy and Ezekiel.
Let me guess, those rulers didn't care as much about safety.
They did not. No, their festival.
Looking for the sign that says like this many days since last accident.
You see one? It says 0. Not really. You go on it, enjoy your time. He takes you on a couple other rides as well. A few hours goes by. Gian. So how are you enjoying yourself?
I'm feeling very nostalgic in the air.
Oh, how so?
Well, I can't really fly.
That is fair. Can't you levitate?
Yeah, it's not the same. It's nowhere near as fast.
How was it being a dragon?
It's an odd question to ask, honestly. It's a weird thing to reflect on. It's like if I ask you what it's like being an elf.
That is fair, and I appreciate the pun. It's a hot question to ask, coming from a dragon.
This dragon's much more shocking than fire, like most others.
Oh, what a shocking discovery.
Followed the storms.
I have to say, I've never been one for the courts. I always do my best to find a way to escape the boredom. I'm glad you're here to occupy my time. I apologize. What's that?
Well, I'd say I'm glad you're here too. It's a much more welcome reception than some of the others.
Yes, I assume you are speaking of Zenora and Nick.
Yeah.
Zenora has been rather hot-tempered ever since I was a child. I have heard stories of what has happened to her. It's none of my business to share. Just know she does love her family. And Nick, I don't exactly know what's going on between the two of you. But. And he hesitates.
I don't know all of what's been going on, to be honest, but I, from a certain perspective, can see where she's coming from with all of this and don't harbor much of a grudge towards her. She's just a mother. That's what they would do.
Nick is. I'm sorry. Why don't you tell me? I know things were not going as planned yesterday night. What exactly happened? I don't want to think Nick would try to hurt anyone.
I really don't know how much I should divulge to this dude. If anything at all, honestly.
You don't have to tell him anything.
Taraka will interject. All we really know is that the note we found smelled like Nick, and that's what led us to know that Nick was associated with the people who took Gion's family, if not the main aggressor. And again, when we were at his house, he seemed to have tried to drug us and then told by suggestion spell Gian to tie me to a cross.
I'm sorry. That must have been hard. I've known Nick a long time. Even since before he. Well, I don't know what's going on with him. Oh, thank you for the hydrate, Caleb.
Hydrate.
However, I must say, I can tell, Gian, that you don't appear to want to hurt anyone. Your actions tonight have seemed as though you aren't dangerous, at least. I hope you're the best.
I will admit that I do harbor very deep-seated aggressive anger, but not towards any one of any of you. I just want my family back.
I could only imagine. So, what Taraka said, that Nick stole your family and kidnapped them all, turned one of their claws into a dagger. Is that true?
Yes.
I'm sorry. And what exactly happened yesterday? Were you not able to speak? It was hard to understand what was going on.
There were things I wanted to say, but the only words that came out were compelled by another force other than my mind. I
Yeah.
said something akin to wanting a soul. I have no idea anything about soul magic. That's not my forte.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't really know much about it either. But evidently whoever took Gion's family also wants my soul, so
Well, it seems as though you're both in danger. But I assure you, here in the Pride Lands, you're both safe. You are, of course, a princess, but Gian, you are also under protection of my court. I will ensure that while you're here, nothing will harm you. Alas, although I hate it, Lucy is about to give a speech. I must go up on stage and be her right hand man. I hope you guys enjoy the festival, and please take care of yourselves.
your hospitality is greatly appreciated, Ezekiel. We have thoroughly enjoyed our evening.
He smiles and walks away. It's about 5 minutes before they do a speech. Anything you would like to say to each other or do?
Once
What a
Ezekiel...
swell guy.
Does Gian say that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he It seems like he's genuinely trying to get to the bottom of things.
Yeah.
I commend him for that. Especially being that Nick is like his best friend.
Yeah.
I feel like it would be so easy to just, oh, I don't know this guy, just throw him to the wolves and have him offed for whatever purpose, and then it all gets buried, and I don't know where the interest in getting to the bottom of it comes from. Maybe he knows something more that we don't.
So you're saying it's good to question what his motivations are.
Well, absolutely. Like,
I
not necessarily that he's against us or anything like that, just maybe he knows something else. There's no reason to be incredibly cordial with someone who assaulted your close friend
that is
unless
true.
you know something about that close friend.
I was kind of thinking the same thing.
Yeah. That would make sense too.
Right about then, you hear, beep. Excuse me? Oh, splendid. Welcome, everyone, as Lucy. You look up and see Lucy on stage, Ezekiel standing next to her. I hope you are all enjoying your time here. Today is the 351st anniversary of me being head of the Winter Court. Since I have come to power, employment rates have skyrocketed. Occupations have been filled. If I am not mistaken, you all seem happier, more well fed, and, well, just all around economy seems to be booming. I could not be more proud of the town that I am running. Have there been sacrifices I have made to make? 100%. Have I done things that I have not been proud of? I would not say so, because everything that I have done have been to benefit everyone here. I want to thank you all for allowing me to be your queen. You have all allowed me to make this town, Pride Hill, the greatest town in all of the material. All, or not material, all in every plane of existence. This is exactly where I'd like to be. I hope you enjoy the festival. I hope you enjoy your night. And I hope you enjoy your lives. I don't want to take up too much of your time. Just know that I am here and I love you all. Take care, everyone, and enjoy. You hear a few applause as she goes to step off her stage, and both Gian and Taraka roll me perception.
Sight based or sound or scent based?
Sight and smell.
That's an 8.
That's an 8. Actually, Gian,
Roll
you know
a
what?
plot.
Gian, for plot purposes, I'll let you roll with advantage.
19.
All right, Taraka sees it or smells
That's a
it.
15.
All right,
It's
and
a
then
smell for sure.
so Taraka, you smell, and out of your rage, just hatred of this guy, you see it as well. You both see a silver fox standing in the crowd, looking up. He, after the speech, he goes to walk off. Doesn't seem to notice you. You guys go up to what appears to be Nick in the crowd.
Yeah, I'll walk over.
All right.
I'll keep a very healthy distance and stare menacingly.
Nick,
What are you doing here?
I came for the festival. Same as you. I saw you in the crowd and just wanted to say hi.
If this is a trick, I'd rather not play along.
She holds up her hands. No trick. Just saw you in the crowd. Thought I'd say hi. I know there was a lot of nastiness, but I would like to see us all get through it, as difficult as that might be.
Your friend attacked me.
There were things that occurred from both sides, and I'm sure you can see why he might have gotten.
I brought you into my
aggravated.
home and allowed you to sleep for the night. And nothing more, nothing less.
You cast suggestion to have him tie me to a cross.
I don't remember anything of the sort.
You did.
You're welcome to roll insight on that.
Yeah, I kind of would like to, actually. I would like to. Do I have lucky yet?
Gian's got his hand on his pepper
I
pouch.
do. It's a 15 for insight.
He seems to be telling the truth. He seems to, for what he's saying, seems to be sincere.
Wait, do you really not remember?
All I know is I let you into my house to rest for the night. Out of the kindness of my heart. You know, maybe this girl isn't as weird as she seems. And then you guys assault me. So yes, please, leave me alone and let me enjoy my night.
Yeah, I didn't mean anything by. Do you? Huh. Apologies for interrupting. Then I hope the rest of your night goes well. Bows and then goes to walk off.
He looked at you with irritation, then looks over at Gian with even more irritation.
Actually,
Right back at you, fool.
before I leave, for the inconvenience, can I at least buy you a cup of tea?
I'm well. I'm actually about. Thank you for the hydrate. I'm
Thanks.
actually about to meet up with Ezekiel.
Oh, I see. Well, again, have a wonderful rest of the night, Nick.
Yeah. And he walks off.
Yeah, and she'll also walk away.
All right. You walk back to the group. Oh, is that Nick?
Yeah.
that was.
Do you know what's weird? He said he doesn't remember anything about that night other than us attacking him.
Oh, I gotta do a flip real fast. 1 second.
Totally.
What else is he gonna say?
The thing is, I get the sense he was telling the truth. And
How did he get a hold of my son's claw?
Uh, you already had the claw and stabbed him with it. It's just his scent was on that paper.
I think he means before that.
Yeah.
That's a good question.
I don't like this.
Nor do I. What I do know, though, I think there's more to all of this than we know. There has to be.
A d20 to see if something happens, actually. That's a good roll. And Gian, where is Pablo, by the way?
Wherever I left him, I just can resummon him.
Probably at
I
Huli's
think
house.
wasn't he being borrowed?
You gave him to me.
Oh yeah. So
I guess you have him.
is
He's
Pablo
just
just
hanging out. He's just hanging out around my waist. Then I've just had a snake belt this whole time.
all right? In that case,
Come.
as you guys are discussing this, Taraka, you feel a tug around your waist. Pablo, you're so cute. You turn around, and the three of you see Jade, the princess of the spring summer
Fall.
ball. There we go. Princess of the Fall Court, tugging on the cheeks of Pablo. You're so cute.
Hi.
Oh,
Hello, Jade. How are you? Looks a little confused.
hi, Taraka. Hi, Pablo. And Gian, right?
Oh yeah, Pablo, go make nice.
Don't make nice.
I said go make nice. He's
Go.
gonna go. Wrap around her arm.
Oh. Oh. He is so cool.
He's the coolest.
How long have you had him?
How old are you, Pablo?
I am 47 years old.
So about that long.
He is adorable. I
Did you come here for the festival too, Jade?
yeah. Um, you know, is the one thing that the Winter Court does that is at least somewhat entertaining. They're all about rules and do this, do that, follow proper procedures. But I'll tell you this, they know how to throw a good festival.
And Taraka laughs. You are not wrong. The times that Mom took me over to visit Lucy and Ezekiel, snooze fest.
Ezekiel says that he likes to break the rules, but he never really. All he does is just skip out on court every once in a while. He never does anything actually fun. I think his mom makes him be formal, but man, nothing as cool as Pablo. And the way you, Chad, spoke back to Lucy yesterday, hilarious. Gian, I'm glad you came. You're fun.
Pablo is a Fae. He's from somewhere around here.
Is that so?
Oh yeah.
Where are you from, Pablo? Talk to me. She does speak with animals. She can understand Pablo.
I actually haven't decided where he's from. I'll just say he's from the summer court, whatever.
There we go.
He's a snake.
He's a snake. Yep, likes the summer heat.
Makes sense.
Likes to take long vacations in the material.
Makes sense. Oh, well, here you go. And she pulls out a rat and dangles it in front of Pablo. She is a taxi after all.
Real quick, just snatch it right out and swallow it whole.
Pets him in the head.
What do we say? Thank you.
Of course, who's a good boy? Scratches it like above his eyes.
He rattles his scales.
What are you guys doing? Are you guys having fun?
Yeah, Ezekiel invited us to the festival, so we came out, and it's been really nice, actually. It honestly, I'm really glad we ran into you. I didn't expect it. I always wanted to get to know you outside of the boringness that is court.
Yeah, the court is the worst, and I just kind of always assumed you were just like, well, a mini Ezekiel. Always about the rules. I must bow in front of you. Didn't know you had such cool friends.
Only while we're there because Mom said, act all of a certain way, but I hate it so much. It's so boring.
Well, if you guys want some company, there's only about 2 more hours left of the festival, but I mean, I'm free.
And Chiraka looks genuinely excited at this prospect. That would be really great. Like
Perfect.
I said, I've always wanted to get to know you outside of the court.
Well, in that case, have you guys tried the roller coaster yet? It is to die for. Not literally.
Absolutely. It is quite fun.
Yeah.
It's so fun.
It is interesting to meet the courtiers outside of all that pageantry for sure.
Oh, for
I know. In court, you always seem like you don't really care. I love this side of you.
well, that's because I don't really care about the courts. It's really we were kind of forced into it. The last queen was not great, and so there's a whole revolution that my mom did, and then she became the head of the court, and now it's more so just more business than we ever expected, and we kind of just go through that with a grain of salt. Uh, but yeah, no, anything outside the court is so much better.
Oh, agreed.
Is this not what you
Agreed.
expected from me, Gian?
I've learned very quickly to have no expectations with all of this.
Very smart. Very smart.
It seems like anyone can be anything.
What do you
Yeah.
mean? Taraka says as she changes into some completely different shape.
I don't even need to dignify that for you to know exactly what I mean.
No idea.
Specifically,
Changes again.
Taraka's just over here, transforms into a halfling.
Pretty
What?
much.
Well, why don't we go play some games?
That sounds fun. What's your favorite game to play here, Jade?
Oh, they have a prey game where you have to go chase these and chase these mirrored image rats, and the more you get, the more points you get.
That sounds so fun. She nudges Jade in the arm. I bet I can catch more than you.
In your dreams. You guys go play games. Any conversation you'd like to make with Jade?
Probably just random stuff. Taraka may ask some random get to know you questions like so you like playing games like this? What's your favorite game? And probably try to get food with her after as well.
All right. Gian, anything?
probably just some things like, oh, what is your position at the court and what's that like? Are you excited to be away from all that?
All
Do you
right.
dread going back?
My position in the court? I don't call me it, but I'm technically the princess of the Fall Court. But it's kind of just a title. It everyone is always like, "Oh, Miss Princess, here, take my gift, please." I'm like, yeah, just put it over there. Let me do my own thing. I don't want to talk to you. Just let me live my life. No, I definitely dread going back to court tomorrow. It does not sound like fun. At least you guys will be there, so it's at least entertaining. But by the way, the way that you stabbing Nick, he deserved it. He straight up deserved it. I fantasize about stabbing that pompous asshole. He's just so better than everyone else. You are all below me. So, good job, good job.
That's pretty accurate, actually.
Eh, it wasn't necessarily about him specifically.
Yeah. I only really caught the later half. Once Pablo came out, I started actually looking. But did he say he used to be a dragon?
Yeah, absolutely
What
was.
what was that like?
Better than this. I was much bigger.
Uh,
And to your point on that, everyone wanting to kiss your ass and all that, I never really allowed that for that in my horde.
good, good.
People trying to buy favors usually ended up getting singed to ashes.
That is. I wish I could singe people to ashes.
I'll give her a pepper.
What's this?
Don't eat it.
Do not eat that.
Pulls it away from her mouth.
Trust me, you don't want to eat it.
Why is
I'm
it
just talking
warm?
about singeing to ashes.
That's a hell
I
pepper.
feel like you would know what to do with this with certain people.
Wait, a hell pepper? I've only read about these. Are you planning on
Yeah.
Are you planning on burning down the court?
No.
I'm not planning, no. I'm so glad you got that.
Well-
Not planting.
Not planting. That's funny.
No,
That's a
it's not a
shame.
plan. If it happened, it would be entirely impulsive.
Well, unfortunate. That would have been fun. Kidding, of course. Of course, don't tell Lucy she'd have my head.
No, because honestly, that might actually be fun. It might get some of those old farts to actually move with some energy for once.
Oh, man.
Does the Fey Court have a fire department?
I think Sonora knows some water spells.
I was gonna say, I think the fire department is just Mom, Lucy, Zenora, and Amethyst.
But other than that, no. Don't burn down the Fate Court. I wish
Or
it.
one.
I dream of it. But I would never hear the end of it. Safety protocols out the wazoo. I don't want to deal with that.
We'd have to go through so much training about it.
Just the OSHA violations in your training.
Oh, don't even get me started on OSHA. You can't bring food right here because it could spill right there. I don't care. I don't care. Just let me lounge
I'm
around.
just hungry.
Exactly. Man,
See, that's why you learn minor illusions so you can cover it up so OSHA doesn't see it.
smart. I need to know that one.
I love that the Feywild that has actual OSHA now.
I know. And they care about fucking food.
Occupational safety and health.
There we go. But yes, this goes on for a bit. Any other questions you'd like to ask, Jade?
Draka asks only small talk-ish questions of trying to get to know you, and I want to be your friend. Avoiding the court as much as she can.
All right. Jian, who is currently frozen.
Oh, he is.
Oh no, he's not. I saw his eye move.
He's just very still.
No, I was definitely frozen. I was trying to figure out what that was.
Oh shit.
Oh.
Well, do you have any extra
What, do you-
questions?
I think. Hey, why don't you take Pablo out?
You sure?
Yeah, let him explore. I'll call him back if I need him.
You're too much fun. She just looks giddy. She looks so excited.
I'll pat Pablo on the head. You be good. No mischief. And no setting things on fire. I know we just talked about it, but no. I was kidding.
Poor Pablo can't set things on fire.
Fine, I guess.
Poor Pablo.
He gets excited. You guys finish up the night. Unless you guys have any more dramatic question or dire questions that you guys just bond with each other. Have a good time. Seems as though she is just genuinely happy to hang out with some people that are trying to have fun.
At the end of the night when we're about to separate from her, so Jade, I would love to be able to do this again sometime.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and you know what? It was actually fun. I'm not gonna lie. I had fun tonight. We could do this some. Are you free next weekend?
I'll have to play it by ear, but I would definitely love to play in something. Ooh, do you want to go to the mushroom bounce?
I've never been. What is it?
So in Sylvanwood, they have these giant mushrooms that the tops are really, really bouncy, and you just bounce all along them. And every time you bounce, it makes like these little glowy firefly things like fly up, and it's all like dark and luminescent. It's really cool.
Oh, that sounds like so much fun. You know what? Let's plan for it. The four of us can hang out. 5 pets. Pablo.
I can't wait. Taraka looks genuinely excited.
All right. Well, it was nice to finally meet you, Gian. Pablo. I'll take care of him for you. Does Gian respond?
I'm sorry, I was sending you something.
Oh, sending me something.
The secret.
I know, right? I have 113 notifications. I didn't look. Let me just mark all these as red. You can definitely
Good
tell I've
job.
checked my Discord.
Good job, Kisser.
I checked my personal Discord, like my server, but other than that, no. There we
Good
go.
job, Kisser.
Did you DM it to me on Discord or?
It was Messenger.
I see it. I see it. Perfect.
But no, that was mostly it. Just the salutations and whatnot.
All right. Well, do you call back Pablo at the end of the night, or do you let Jade take her home?
Oh, take him home. I can just call him back from wherever he is.
All right. And she is excited, giddy, and out of excitement, even hugs you, Gian.
I'll give her a head pat like I do. Like,
And she heads home. At this point, the festival is closing down. You have all had up and down night. Mostly good. Ezekiel fun. Nick not so fun. Then Jade fun. Congratulations, you got to speak with all three of the Fade Court children before the court.
On the way back, Taraka is definitely very excited and talking about specifically the time they spent with Jade, because I feel like that would have been like the more fun part of the night, especially for her.
Mm-hmm. All right. You head home. It is, well, we'll say it's about 10:30. You had a late night. You what would you guys like to do for the night?
Do we have court in the morning?
You do. Court is in the morning. You had a,
Taraka would probably encourage everybody to get some rest.
all right. So Taraka is going to bed. Jian, would you like to go to bed, speak with Huli, Adlar, Chad, Taraka?
Gian is going to see if he can use the kitchen.
That he can.
He's going to boil the crap out of one of his peppers.
All right, you're boiling the pepper. As you do, in you notice that the pepper starts to shake at first, and then it kind of cracks open, and you see the juice start to pour into the water, and the water turns red as it starts to boil. The steam comes up, makes your eyes water.
Oh yeah, let's cook some of that out.
Look at that.
Just an attempt to reduce the spice a little bit.
This is a good way to reduce the spice. All right. Turning it from a hand grenade into a ghost pepper.
Yeah, this one's gonna be for cooking.
This is going to be cooking. All right. Anything else you'd like to
Get it
do?
all prepped and get it all put away, and then get ready for tomorrow.
Of course.
Set out his new clothes that fit him. Like he's super proud of them.
He's super proud of these clothes.
He keeps like a clothes hoard now. They just kind of sit there in a neatly folded but pyramid stacked pile.
I love it. You just gained a new form of horde.
Oh my gosh.
Well, you all go to sleep, unless again anyone wishes to speak with Huli or Adlar. Going once, going twice.
If Huli is home, Taraka would probably give her a rundown of what happened with Ezekiel and Jade, and particularly the weird interaction with Nick.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have to RP that. She would just tell her everything that happened to the best of her abilities.
Of course, no worries. Perfect. Yeah, she got home at 8 o'clock. and you inform her she is a little confused, but for the most part, she is still focusing on her task at hand. And welcome back, Caleb. What you missed was uh, Rainbow and Taraka, Gian, Chad, and Pablo got to speak with first Ezekiel, then Nick, then Jade at the festival. They are now getting ready to go to bed, and court will be in the morning to determine their fate. So, you all go to bed. In the morning, you are once again woken up. But, Gian, do you wake up on your own, or do you allow someone else to wake you up?
Oh, he's up early today.
All right.
It's a big day.
What time do you wake up?
Yeah, the equivalent of like 5 in the morning.
5 in the morning. All right. I was gonna say if it was at 6, Adler would be walking into your room as you are getting ready, but no, you get up before Adler happens to. However, you go downstairs to eat your breakfast. Chad comes downstairs drenched in water.
So I want to correct that.
Yeah.
Tarako probably would wake up at 5.
Mm-hmm.
If Chad's not downstairs when she gets down there at like 6, she would immediately go up and try to catch Adelar before he did the water thing.
You catch Adler as he has a bottle of water and opening up a door.
I got it, Dad.
We don't sleep in here.
I know. I'll remind him. We just had a late night.
And he walks away.
Knock on the door.
Yeah.
You better get up, or my dad's gonna splash water on you.
That doesn't sound fun.
You've got 5 seconds.
I'm up. If you wait a few minutes, he will come out. Hair in his face. Where's Gian? I need my hair dryer.
Keon's already downstairs.
Cool. Goes downstairs. Huli is plating breakfast. Oh, good morning, Gian. Good morning, Chad. Good morning, Taraka.
Good morning.
Right as he walks in, his hair is blown everywhere.
Gian doesn't even have to be asked now.
Just as soon as I see him, as soon as I clock him through that doorway,
Just,
his hair's looking immaculate.
I knew I loved you.
Yeah, I gotta say, Gian, I love you too, because ever since he's not been using that yucky in his hair, my nose doesn't burn.
It wasn't that bad, but this is much better.
What was in that stuff that messes you up so bad?
No idea.
I mean, it's just a little bit of tar and some pineapple flavoring for the scent.
Okay,
I wonder
fine.
if you're allergic to pineapple.
I'm not allergic to pineapple. I love pineapple.
He has to be allergic to pineapple.
I'm gonna prove a point. I'm assuming, is Adelar down there?
He is, yes. He is heading outside at the moment.
Give me your oil stuff.
Here.
Takes the jar over, walks over to Adelar, opens. Hey, Dad, what does this smell like to you? She opens it up.
He looks at you. He looks repulsed. I'll take that. And he grabs it, shuts it, and walks outside the door.
Well,
that was my
hope we
last
didn't
game.
need that one.
You didn't answer my question.
He's just like, let me take that for you.
Let me take out the trash for you. Essentially.
See, even he thought it was gross.
Whatever.
It's like wolfsbane in it or something.
That's what it is. It's got wolfsbane in it.
There we go. That's what it is. There we go. It's a werewolf deterrent. That's what it is. But yes, you three sit down, start eating. Both of you are welcome to roll me insight.
As a natural one.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 21.
Oh, look at that. So, Taraka, you are in your own head. You're enjoying your morning after the night you had with Jade. Jian, you notice that Huli seems rather quiet. She's sitting at the head of the table, eating her food slowly. Her face has no expression on it, which is. She seems more in thought than she normally does.
Is everything
When,
all right, Mother?
as soon as you say that, her face goes from almost looking stressed to happy. Oh, yes, of course, dear. Everything is fine. Are you full? Are you done with your food?
Oh yes, I've been done for a while.
My
You seem
apologies.
lost in thought.
Yes, I apologize. I just let me grab your plate for you. She picks it up, gets clean the second she touches it. Are you ready for a great day?
Of course.
I could use another one of those.
Me too. Perfect. Well, in that case, let's go ahead and head off to court.
Taraka's actually excited for court for once because she gets to see her new friend Jade.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, yay! It's gonna be the little girls group in the court. Ezekiel and Nick have had their thing, and now Jade and I are gonna have our own thing, and it's gonna be actually fun.
Huli walks over the door with your 21. You note that her hand almost trembles as she goes to it, as she takes a deep breath before she opens it. Taraka, you don't notice that. And the bright light once again shines through, and you see the Fey Court on the other side of the door. You all walk through. Looking down, you see Lucy at her pedestal, Zenora at her pedestal, Jade and Amethyst at their pedestal, Nick and Ezekiel speaking in the background. Almost looks as though Ezekiel is irritated. Strange.
Oh, let me say, as she's trembling at the door, I'm gonna put a hand on her shoulder and give her my once a day calm emotions.
Alright, for the next 10 minutes, you are calm.
That one's for Huli.
Oh, that was for Huli? Oh.
Oh, yeah.
She looks surprised at first, then looks at you. She smiles at you. I'm fine, my child. Thank you, though.
Oh, I know.
Huli goes and sits down. Would you like to speak with anyone before court?
Similarly to that first day, Taraka will go to each one individually. This time she will actually save Jade and Amethyst for last.
Alright.
She'll go to Lucy and Ezekiel, bow. Good morning, Lady Lucy.
Ezekiel and Nick
Ezekiel.
are speaking together by the trees.
Oh, well, in that case, she would go to Lucy, bow. Good morning, Lady Lucy.
Good morning, Taraka, Jian, Chad. I hope you guys enjoyed the festival last night.
It was lovely. We really appreciate you and Ezekiel inviting us out. I think it was a needed event.
Of course, in trying times, you always need a friend.
It's appreciated, Lady Lucy.
She smiles and bows to you.
She does the same.
Return a bow as well.
Splendid. Gonna say, Jian, you want to say anything?
Then move on to Zenora. Same thing. Bow. Good morning, Lady Zenora.
You does not reply. She just looks pissed off at the three of you. Thanks for the hydrate,
Thanks for the
Caitlin.
hydrate. That's okay. Taraka will then try to wave to Nick and Ezekiel in the distance, just as a hi.
Ezekiel smiles at the group. Nick looks irritated towards the group.
She'll walk over to Jade and Amethyst. And she will, in her most prim and proper, like overly dramatically so, give the most dramatic bow ever. A good day, ladies Jade and Amethyst. Me hopes this day finds you very well. And then winks to Jade.
Jade giggles. Oh, it's so natural. Best of luck today, you guys.
Thanks. Still on for Saturday?
Of course.
Holds
Do
up
I
a,
see
a
Pablo?
hand.
You do see Pablo. Pablo is laying on the desk in front of her. She is playing with a mouse in front of him. Just dangling a mouse. He's like trying to snatch it and she's like pulling it up.
Yeah, he's fine.
Does he look like 20 pounds heavier than what Gian left him?
He definitely has a few lumps in his stomach, yes. He's been well fed, you can tell.
Good snake.
He is so much fun.
He's quite the conversationalist.
Oh, 100%. He told me quite a bit about your life, actually. Or at least...
Nothing too terrible.
Oh, only the worst.
That's Pablo.
Well, I look forward to seeing you guys soon.
For sure. And Taraka will just give her a big smile and a wave and go over to her seat.
As you head on to your seat, Ezekiel walks up to the group, holds out his hand to Gian. Best of luck today, friend. You can investigate his hand if you'd like.
I'm gonna go on faith on this one. I'll just shake his hand.
All right. He smiles at you. If you look at your hand, there is nothing there. Because I assume you are looking at every little touch anyone touches you this from here on out.
Oh yeah.
Yes. So your hand is paranoia. PTSD. Gotta love it. But yes, you do not see anything and you feel fine. You can have a sigh of relief. So you all sit down.
Will be had, and this court's dignity will be respected.
What was the first part of that?
Oh, justice will be had, and this court's dignity will be respected. And I'll give him a bow.
He bows to you as well. I appreciate that. And he walks over and takes a seat. You all take your seat in the summer court, and Lucy speaks up. Hello. Welcome, everyone. Today, we are going to continue discussing the trial of Gian and Taraka and Chad versus Nick. Where we left off last, we heard Taraka's testimony, which most appeared to be true, following by Jian's testimony, which seemed to have been tampered with. But what the court note at the end did say, I wanted to take his soul. How much of that can actually be trusted remains to be seen. We still have 2 more witnesses to interrogate, Nick and Chadsworth Strong. What I would like to do is place the two of their memories out on display for everyone to see. That way there will be no manipulation at foot, and that way we can see the whole thing. Does anyone have any quarrels with this? The court is silent. Splendid. On that case, Zenora, Nick, please come forth. And Lucy steps to the center along with Nick and Zenora. Nick bows along with Zenora. Lucy pulls, you see as Lucy pulls a strand of silver hair off of Nick. Zenora goes and sits down, and Nick and Lucy stand in the center. There is a cauldron in the center of the court today, one with a mysterious silver liquid. You see Lucy whisper words into the silver strand, and then she dips the hair into the cauldron. Smoke starts to bubble out of it, and all of a sudden an image appears above the cauldron for everyone to see, almost like a television made of smoke. You see Nick grabbing supplies for the day before running in to an air genasi. The air genasi, or no, I apologize. He was running a shop. He was, because he does have a shop out in Harbor Bay. So he was running a shop, and as he was closing up, an air genasi comes up and questions him about supplies. Sorry, but I'm all out. I do like to help wandering travelers, though. If you need a place to stay, I'm always here to help. You see Gian tell him about Taraka and Chad. Nick still invites the whole group to stay. You see Nick go into his house across the street and prepare some tea. Everything looks to be normal. Nothing seems to be afoot. Places the tea in the living room and goes downstairs goes outside right as Gian, Taraka, and Chad are walking up. The three of you head inside and you make small talk. Once Taraka starts to look tired, Nick, thank you for the hydrate. Once Taraka looks to be tired, Nick suggests, why don't you three head downstairs to your room? There's a bed with a cross on it. It's made just for you. I hope you all sleep well, he says. And as he goes to pick up the tray with tea, Gian, with rage-filled eyes, pulls out a dagger and says, you fool, I came here for your soul, and stabs him in the shoulder. He pulls it out. Nick says, begs and pleads, please, I only wanted to help. And you stab it again before everything goes black. Nick, once the lights go up, you see Nick being held by Zenora. Zenora crying into her child's arms. That is where the vision ends. As the vision ends, Zenora speaks up. See, I told you he was innocent. He just wanted to help.
That's not what happened.
You saw it for yourself.
That is not what happened. That's why I said yesterday you had free reign to do this to my memories.
Please, everyone, calm down. We are still gathering information, Lucy says. It seems as though Nick may not have done anything wrong. So please, everyone, there is still one more person to question. I will not stand for this. We have the proof. We saw the vision. They assaulted my son. Zenora, please, Lucy says. I hate this bitch.
Justice is patient.
Justice is patient. If you look around the court, you'll see Zenora looks furious. Nick looks a little anxious, almost as though he's having a bit of anxiety at the moment.
I feel like I should have hit her with the calm emotions.
Oh my lord, yes.
Oh my gosh.
Lucy looks stone-faced. Hooli looks stone-faced. And Jade and Amethyst look as though they are upset at what they saw. As Nick goes to sit down, Lucy speaks up. Hooli, Chadsworth, please come forth. It's still Chad, he says as he gets up. Hooli, shh, come on. It's whatever. And they walk forward. Chadsworth, may I have a piece of hair? Pulls out a hair and hands it to her. I thank you, Miss Hooli. And Hooli goes and sits down as well. She whispers words into the hair, just the same, and places it into the cauldron. You see Chad walking towards town with the group. You get into town, you suggest that we all three get some supplies whilst we look for our target. The second that happens, Chad's face goes pale. Wait, what'd that say? Shush, please, Lucy says. You see as you separate, and Jian comes up. I found him. Come on. He's offering us to stay at his house. You see as the three of you head into Nick's house, drink his tea. And the same thing happened from Chad's hair. Chad speaks up. That's not what's going on. That's not what happened.
So does Taraka with the same thing. That's not what happened.
Lucy, looking disappointed. Please stay quiet. Zenora speaks up. I told you they were the murderers.
Murderers?
Attempted murder. On my son? Hooli speaks up. This isn't the case. There's trickery afoot. I'm working on it. I just need a little bit more time. Please.
Taraka stands. With all due respect, can I request a different person attempt the spell?
This is not the time, Taraka, to be interjecting along with you, Hooli or Zenora.
I was going to suggest
Silence
maybe...
in the court. She looks serious now. Chadsworth, Sit down. It's... No! This isn't cool. This isn't fine. My memories were manipulated. I promise I was...
Please.
He shuts up and heads over to take a seat. Zenora walks over to her pedestal. We have seen evidence from all 4 parties involved. Now I would like each of the court heads to speak their mind, and we'll cast our votes. Zenora, I believe I already know how you feel. I'll save you for last. So Huli, please speak up. He stands up, takes a deep breath. Lucy, you know something's going on here. You know Taraka would never do this. You know we are innocent. And she holds out her hand, an illusion of the same crest that was on your clothes appears. This is the crest of Beelzebub. It was found on Gion's clothes. Oh, really? Do we have proof? Lucy speaks up. Gian, what did you do with those clothes? You went to the store and you got new clothes.
They're in that pile.
They're in that pile. We do have proof. We just not on us. So you're unprepared. I'm not. No. Lucy, listen to me. You know they are innocent. You know. Please. Their memories were manipulated. Gian could not even speak. I know, Lucy says.
Taraka again raises her hand and stands. I again would like to request both Gian and my memories be reviewed, but by a different caster of the spell. Can I please make that request to the courts?
Perhaps in time, Taraka.
You have, with all due respect, the court has not seen mine nor Gion's memories, only our words. And Gion's words were manipulated. I think it is only fair
Let's
that
leave
we
it to a
show
vote.
our memories.
Let's leave it to a vote. If majority says we can look at your memories, then yes. Those who wish to see Taraka's memories, please raise your hand. You watch as Amethyst raises her hand. You watch as Huli raises her hand. Those in favor to proceed with the ruling, raise your hand. Zenora raises her hand, and Lucy raises her hand. Roll me a perception, both of you.
Sight-based?
Sight-based.
That's a 17.
That's still good. The 25.
So both of you note as Lucy raises her hand, a smile cracks on her face. Just barely. It's hard to tell. There is not a majority vote, so we shall proceed as... raises my hand. Ooh, Papa's on their side.
No, Papa. You're supposed to help us out.
We will proceed as following. Now, I'm curious, Amethyst, Jade. I've not seen you this intrigued in a case in quite some time. What is your ruling? Amethyst speaks up. Well, most cases aren't worth my attention, but this one, let's just say, although I have not met them. My daughter spent the night with them. I believe that the trial should not be finished yet. That this court case has only began. I vote for their innocence. Lucy replies, "Thank you for your input. I'm glad to see that you are interested in a case for once. I hope that this is a new turning point in your career and that you continue to show this enthusiasm." Amethyst looks irritated at that statement.
Yeah, gotta love that backhanded character assassination.
I know,
Mhm.
right? Like, fuck you. Fuck you.
I know,
Look
right?
at you doing your job for once. Ooh.
Look at you doing your job. I'm proud of you. Zenora, please speak your mind. Do I need to repeat myself? We just saw what happened. The three of them were after my son's soul. This is not a matter of are they innocent or not. This is a matter of how we should punish them. They need to be punished for what they've done to my child. Please, Lucy, you know the right thing to do. Lucy sighs. I do. I apologize. Truly. I'm so sorry. But after seeing what I saw, in my heart I cannot vote for their innocence. I am one of law and order. Sometimes I must do and vote for what I do not want to do. This is the curse of being a queen of court. Huli speaks up. No! You know what's right! Huli, I'm sorry, but the vote is 2-2. We need a unanimous decision before anything can happen. We need someone to break the tie.
So then show our memories. Let Gion's and my memories be shown. Let Amethyst be the one to cast the memory spell this time. If it lines up, then you all know that we are not innocent. If it doesn't line up, then you know that something is afoot.
Yes, please, let either myself or Amethyst. Huli speaks up, and Lucy snaps her fingers, and you see Huli continue to talk, but no words come out. I'm sorry, but a lot has been said today, and a lot needs to be processed. She says with a smile, I believe we need another recess. Unfortunately, though, the smile fades away. I do not feel comfortable letting this group run around freely. I suggest that until we have full evidence onto what is going on, that they stay in the prison. I will ensure that nothing happens to them. I will ensure that they are safe and well cared for. You have my word. Huli is screaming, but nothing is coming out.
So is Taraka.
Zenora looks pleased. Amethyst and Jade look scared. Ezekiel looks stone faced. And Nick looks uneasy. All in favor of postponing this to another day, raise your hand. The entire no one, or Zenora raises her hand. Lucy raises her hand. Please, Huli, Amethyst, cast a vote. And
Gian will raise his hand.
okay, you want to postpone this to another day
And go to prison?
and go to prison?
Oh yeah.
All right. Lucy snaps her fingers again, and you hear both Taraka and Huli screaming. Huli saying, "You can't do this to my daughter!" What is Taraka screaming?
Those memories were clearly tampered with. Give us another chance. Show mine and Gion's. Give us a chance to prove our innocence.
It looks like even the culprit wants to serve his fate.
I shall submit myself to the will of this court. There is no submitting evidence to be doctored, and so there is no real opportunity for defense, and therefore there is no real court. So I shall submit myself to this tyrannical.
Lucy bows to you softly. I promise that you will be cared for. This is
I
just
will minor illusion my face to repeat her smirk, and I will say, I will take your word for it.
She does not react. This recess is simply so Huli can finish her research. She has made big claims that a devil lord is interrupting our court. We need more than an image of a crest, especially when she doesn't even have the outfit stained with it. Memories that we've seen say one thing. Gian himself spouted out that he wants Nick's soul. I cannot, in my heart, allow the three of you outside of this court until we know for sure what is going on. I promise we will make this quick.
I'm sure you will.
Court will resume on Friday. Huli, please take the next day and a half to properly organize your evidence. For mere statements are not going to cut it. I need more time, she says. Well, take all the time you need. I will ensure their safety. And at that, you feel a presence walk up behind you. You look behind and you see 6 Cambions standing behind your seating area. Please, guards, take them away.
I want to note that Taraka has been progressively getting more angry during all of this.
I wasn't aware you guys employed devils here.
They are a part of the prison.
Hellish influence and a prison run by devils. Okay.
The prison is run by me.
So, devils that work under you, yes. I understand.
I see that you are not happy about this outcome, but I assure you I am trying my best.
No,
You're
I
not
see.
trying your best.
I completely see, and your words are hollow. They mean just as much as my opinion means to you. So you get what you want, and you get us separated from ourselves and our support systems. It matters not. I still submit myself to the will of the court.
Your best would be to look at all of our memories and to give someone else a chance to do so, because clearly there is tampering at hand.
More and more yelling starts to break out. Huli starts spewing out. Zenora is fighting with Huli. Even Amethyst even Amethyst spouts up. This isn't right. And as arguing progresses, you each feel hands on your shoulder as you're beginning to be pulled up. Taraka, Jian, do you fight?
Taraka does 100%.
I mean, I'll shove away, but I'll stand up on my own
All right.
and just follow.
You are guided. Taraka is being pulled. And Chad is being pulled by one person. He is half resisting.
Taraka's big angry now.
Are her eyes red?
Oh yeah.
Roll me a-
They've been red for red
Alright.
for a few minutes now.
Roll me a save.
No. That was an 8. Actually, no, I'm gonna burn a lucky just to try and have that not be a thing. That was not any better.
All right. So, as the Cambion grabs you, you shove him away. You shout, "Back off!" And as you do, you feel yourself grow. You feel your bones break and shake. You feel yourself getting more ferocious. You release a great growl. And as you do, you hear the last thing you hear is Zenora say, "See, she can't even control herself." You feel Huli put her hand on your shoulder. You feel calm. You are still feeling everything, but calm emotions has been placed upon you.
With that common emotion, she'll realize what's happening and then she'll stop resisting.
All right. Congratulations, you are in hybrid form. Your first time. Hybrid form is, for those who don't know, is a form between wolf and humanoid. So the traditional werewolf humanoid stance.
7 foot tall, built like a brick shit house, still pretty pissed off looking.
Huli tries to hold on to your wrist, Taraka, but the Cambions do pull you away. Argument, you all walk through a door while the entire crowd, or the entire court, is bursting out and yelling. If you look back, roll me a perception one more time, both of you.
Sight-based?
Sight-based.
So 14.
14.
21.
Baraka, you note that Lucy is watching you guys go with a smile on her face. You enter through the door. Jian, the moment you walk through, you know exactly where you are. You saw this in a vision, after all. These cave systems, these holes in the walls, this feeling in the air. It's where your kids were being held. This is where your child is. And as a parent, you can just feel that your daughter is here. You know it. But the halls look endless. There's a sense of hopelessness in the air. But something inside you tells you that she's here. Scared, wanting her daddy.
Zagreus.
The Cambions guide you down. It's about a 10-minute walk. As you walk through, it appears that every hole in the wall seems to be empty. Yet you go further and further down. Do you say anything to each other while you're walking through these halls?
Nope, silent, cool as a cucumber, all stoic and shit.
Yeah.
All right.
They probably hear the occasional like growl coming from Taraka and just irritation.
All right. Well, you all get set inside your own holes. After about 8 to 10 minutes of walking, the Cambions stop. Two of them look at you from the front, two blocking your path behind and back, and the two on either side, one by one, grab one of you and just throw you into the hole. The hole is about just a literal hole in the wall, 4 feet deep, going backwards, on ground level. Doesn't appear to be a door or anything of the sorts. It just appears to be a hole in the wall. One by one, they throw you in. And once you are in your own individual holes, actually, you know what? Taraka is in her own hole. Jian and Chad are in the hole facing her. They fly away. Do you guys do anything now that you're inside of a hole? It appears that there's no door, that you could just walk out as you please. And Jian, your camera has disappeared.
Did we lose Gian entirely?
I hope not.
Oh no, you're here.
There he is.
Just no camera. What? There you are.
Hello.
Taraka will try to put her hand through the opening as like just a test.
You go to put your hand through, and have you guys seen Steven Universe?
Oh yeah.
All right, you know, end of season 1, where everyone gets kidnapped, and it appears that people are inside holes in the wall, but if they touch the exit, it gives them an electric shock, and Steven is the only one who is able to block that force field. It is the same thing here.
When that shocks her, then she's gonna punch the wall.
When you do that, you also take 3 points of damage. You're all sitting in your cells. Chad's sitting in a corner, hugging his legs, curled up into a ball. Anything Jian or Taraka would like to say or do?
Gian's gonna sit crisscross applesauce in a meditation position and just sit there.
All right. All right.
Taraka's going to pace.
Going to pace. After a few hours goes by, no one has come to check on you. But you do note a giant floating eyeball with tentacles every 30 minutes or so will come, pass by, look into each cell as it's going by, The empty cells before you, it peeks in. The cells where you are, it looks at you and moves on every 30 minutes, like clockwork.
I feel like by the time the first one passes by, she would calm down enough to look across and ask Gian and Chad if they're okay.
Gian says not a word.
Yeah. It's only for 2 days, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we got this. Just 2 days.
Yeah. You guys sit in silence for another hour or two. And then, right after an eyeball passes, 2 minutes later, you see a cloaked woman walk up, looks into both of your cells. This is not fair, she says. And she pulls down her cloak. You see that it's Amethyst.
Lady Amethyst.
I'm sorry for what's happening to the three of you.
It's not your doing.
I'm. This is. I'm sorry. But I was told to bring you this. And she tosses a stone into both Gion's and Haraka's cell.
And Taraka will look at the stone.
It does not look like a sending stone.
What is
But
this?
let's just call it a gift. Roll me history, Gion and Taraka. You would note that this is the symbol of the traveler.
That's another 15.
You note that it is the symbol of a traveler.
I guess I'll mage hand it to me.
You go to cast Mage Hand, and it doesn't work.
And Taraka would just pick it up and look it over. You also wander the paths that the traveler sets forth.
I follow a few, but he is one in my corner. Yes.
It is nice to meet a fellow wanderer. Properly. I bow to her.
He smiles. You're in prison. I don't think it's time for bowing.
Probably not, but what else do I have to do, right?
Hopefully, get out of here. I can't stay long. Lucy doesn't know I'm here.
And yeah, of course I've got to get out. I mean, I promised Jade I would take her to the mushroom bounce.
He smiles. I hope these stones help.
I don't know if I said, but I said I'll take mine.
You did, yes. Perfect. And there was actually two that she threw into your cell. One for you, one for Chad. I hope you find what you're looking for, Gian.
I'm sure I will.
Once you're out, The three of you should come find me. I promise it'll be safer than here. And she smiles before walking off.
Taraka's gonna look at the stone that Amethyst just gave her.
Roll me Arcana, both of you.
I got a natural 20.
Nice.
I got a natural 1.
Oh no! So
natural 20 for a 24.
Taraka, you have seen this once before. It is a sign, or it is Lavinius's special tracking symbol. He puts it on items that he wishes to keep a close eye on.
She will hold the stone to her. Thank you, Uncle Lavinius, for trying to keep a close eye on us.
Jian, do you try to cast any other magic?
Not really.
Alright, you know that mage hand doesn't work.
Oh, yeah.
You, after a few more minutes, you hear Chad say, it's not working, and he's just tapping his shoulder.
What are you talking about, Chad?
I can't calm emotions.
You're gonna have to do it the old-fashioned way.
You see him trying to take deep breaths. And shortly after that, you see the eyeball flying past. This time with four more cambions. The eyeball.
I would like to note before that, when Chad says he's trying to cast calm emotions, Taraka will pull out her lute and try to play a soothing melody.
Oh.
Recognizing that magic is not working.
How sweet. It does help him calm down a little bit. And then shortly after, you see four campions along with the floating eyeball. Looks a lot like this, by the way. Yeah, gotta love it.
Totally. It's not terrifying at all.
Definitely not.
Not in the slightest. Wonderful guy.
The eyeball looks at both of you, both cells, blinks a few times, and moves on as two cambions enter both cells. Two of them grab Taraka, one grabs Jian, one grabs Chad. And
what is this?
They just smile at you. A devilish smile. It's time to have a little fun.
What do you mean?
They're devils, you don't need to question them. Just expect terribleness. I'll stand up.
They roughly pull you guys down the aisle, laughing along the way. You know, you also hear Note 1 say, maybe we should sell this one to Linguini's. Pointing at Chad. You know, they're always looking for more subjects. Well, what does that mean? He says.
So does a 23 hit that cambion that said that?
That it does.
Oh. I've dropped my d6 when I tried to roll it. So I'm still technically in hybrid form, if I remember correctly.
You never swapped out, so I suppose you are.
Yeah. So I take a swing at that one for 3 damage.
3 damage.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you do still have your weapons. They did not take away your weapons.
No, I mean,
Oh, yeah, your claws. That's right.
I bitch slap him with the claws.
All right. He looks at you.
You
Got
don't talk about people that way, even if they are prisoners.
we got a feisty one. And tell me, does a 18 plus 7, so does a 25 hit you?
Yeah. Yeah, that a hit.
That a hit?
That a hit.
All right. Then go ahead and take 12 damage as he bashes you with his staff.
Yeah. Wait, that was just bludgeoning?
That was bludgeoning, yes.
Haha. That hurts significantly less.
That was max damage. 1d8 plus 4. Do that again, and it'll be much worse for you. And he continues to push the 3 of you down aisles. You get
Does
to
that mean you'll stop playing if I don't shut up?
What was that?
Oh, I
Wannabe
guess you're deaf
dragon?
now, huh?
You know, such a big talk from a little gust of wind.
It's really easy to talk a lot of shit when you're surrounded by a bunch of beefy people while people are tied up.
You're
Who's
not
really the
tied.
coward?
You're not tied up. Do you want to be? I mean, soon you'll be. I'm giving
figured.
too much.
You guys like to mess with people who can't help themselves. It's very
From,
weak-minded of you.
from what I heard, you guys initiated. From what I heard, you guys wanted to steal his soul. Or did he want yours? I can't remember. Looks at
I'm sure
her.
you can't. You don't seem very smart.
Damn.
Damn. We're gonna have fun with you.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
sure you will.
Doesn't mean I have to make it easy on you. She's gonna take a swing at another one.
All right, roll to hit.
That's a dirty 20 to hit.
That hits.
6 damage.
6
Another bitch
damage.
slap.
Look at that. They just smile. Oh, look. Seems as though you won't have your friends anymore. You reach a fork in the road. There's 3 paths leading forward. Such a shame. You won't have anyone to talk shit with.
I got you, don't I?
And he... Jian... Oh! Misses you. He goes to hit you, but it
Here,
fades through
let
your
me go a
hand.
little closer. Try that again.
God damn. That's 2 4s in a row.
You're really trying too hard. Just hit me. Quit trying to hit me and hit me. You've never done this before, have you?
He looks furious. His eyes flare red.
Coward.
He's gonna
That's
reckless
fair.
attack.
You guys do kind of suck at your job. She's gonna try to hit him
What
again.
is your DC?
I'm going to lay down to give him advantage.
Oh, he just
Oh my
reckless attacked.
God.
What is your DC?
God.
13, 9, 10, 11, 12. So even with reckless attack, he missed.
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
Jian, your 13 AC is too powerful.
I'm going to yell down to the other pathway. Hey, I think this one needs more help here. He can't handle himself.
And 2 of them attack you at once. Alright, that just barely hits, and that hits. Okay. Okay. So, 2d8 plus 8. Because that was 2 attacks. Where's my d8? Jian, what did you do with my d8? Right there.
It's hiding because I called it a bitch.
You called it. 7 plus 8 is 15. Take 15 damage as two of them beat you upside the head.
I want to try to bitch slap another one.
All right.
I need to. Man, that is a 23 to hit.
God damn.
6 more damage.
That's enough. Take them away.
I guess all that muscle's just for show, huh?
I'll show you what this muscle can do in a minute. And he starts to
You've shown me quite plenty.
he starts to drag you down a hallway. Next, they grab Chad, start pulling him down another. Then, along with Taraka, grabs her and pulls her down. You all find yourselves in a room with a lot of medical equipment. On top of that, there is a stone bed. They force you on this bed. You're welcome to try to roll strength to resist if you'd like.
I mean, yeah. I don't want to get put on a bed.
All
like
right.
That.
Roll strength.
That's a dirty 20.
No. 19 on the die. They have a +4. I'm sorry.
Unfortunate.
Gianna, are you gonna resist?
Oh no, I'm helping them.
You're
They need
helping them? Oh no, that's embarrassing. They tie you to the bed with leather straps. They smile. Open
Is that
wide.
deer?
What's that?
Is that deer?
Is that deer?
Admiring their straps.
Oh. Oh, you know your leather well. It's actually a dragon, though. Try again. Surprised you didn't recognize it. They give you a devilish smile.
You know you don't need to make leather out of dragon. You can just use the skin. That's very wasteful.
Don't worry, we won't waste anything from you. And he grabs a
It's a little
bean.
late for that, but whatever.
Grabs a bean, open wide.
Did he strap my arms?
He did.
Okay, I'll just open my mouth.
He feeds you it.
I'll spit it into his eye.
Bitch
A little
slaps
more
it.
forcefully, please.
He punches you in the face. That is, yep,
There we
that
go.
is. And shoves it in your mouth.
Oh, that's a good boy.
You swallow it this time.
Oh yeah.
You
Call him a good
feel
boy.
you feel better
my
than
God.
ever. God damn. You feel better than ever. As healthy as a horse. If you had any injuries, they all close up and you feel at peak health after you eat this. Now.
I was beginning to think this wasn't going to last very long.
Let's get started. And you see as one champion goes and touches each of his weapons. Now, an air genasi is very special. You see, it's hard to get into their insides. A lot of things seem to phase through them. But we have ways past that.
I could offer you some advice and go for the blunter things. They tend to work a little better.
Oh, no, no, no. And he grabs a dagger, a familiar looking dagger, a green dragon scaled dagger. I have just the thing for you. He walks towards you.
Oh, you're getting sentimental on me, huh?
And he places a dagger on your chest. You feel it pierce into you. You feel him carve down your chest. He cuts you open. You see, people pay a lot of money And he grabs your intestines and cuts into them and shows it in front of you. For stuff like this, the pain is immeasurable. Oh, I can't hear you. You're muted.
I just spit blood all over the floor.
He puts your lower intestine in a jar and closes it up. Thanks to that bean, that'll regrow in about 30 minutes. But we're not done yet. And he grabs your liver. You know, Linguini is always not only looking for new life subjects, it cuts out your liver, but they also pay per part as well. Puts inside another tube.
This is really your rags to riches story. You could do so much better.
Oh, can I? And he grabs your heart and he holds it in his hand. You feel his salty, sharp fingers squeeze onto it. It gets hard to breathe as he squeezes it tighter and tighter. You feel your heart explode in his hands. You fade to black. You wake up 30 minutes later. You look down. You see, or you look around. Roll me perception. See what you see.
So 18.
An 18. As you open your eyes, your head feels light. You look around and you see various parts of your own body scattered around the place. You see a stomach, liver, even a brain in a jar. You look down and you see a husk of a body, skinny as if things are starting to regrow. A heart, small and fragile, slowly beating. Organs starting to reform, and skin just starting to regrow upon itself. You try to speak, but no words come out. You're too weak. Muraka, a very similar thing is happening to you. You get thrown in, and although you resist, I believe I already made the rule, you do get tied up. A kitsune, that's where the real money is. These, and you feel him graze your tails, are worth more than, he pulls out a knife, you. He cuts off a tail. No. How?
You try very hard not to scream.
Mm-hmm. He sticks a finger inside your tail, pulls out his bloody finger, and licks it. Oh, I can just taste the magic. Now,
Spits at him.
now, Taraka, for you, I have been told to offer you a very special proposal. And he puts the knife up against one of your other tails. I can go ahead and harvest, or you can give me your soul.
Why would I ever give my soul over to a devil?
And you feel him slice off another tail. You know, these are about 70,000 gold each.
There goes both of her tails.
You know, not many people get a hold of a kitsune. Even their organs. And he pushes a knife slowly inside of your chest, are infused with magic. Starts slicing you down, slowly but surely. I wonder if I could find it myself. Or do you want it to stop?
She spits at him.
Tears your chest open.
That would probably make her scream.
I hear you like liver. And he pulls it out of you. Doesn't even bother to cut. And holds it up to your face. Do you want a bite?
She would turn her head away.
He smiles, and you watch as he takes a bite of your liver. Delicious. You see your blood dripping down his face as he sets your liver on the counter next to him. Or maybe your large intestine. Cuts that out. Puts it in a jar. This can all stop if you give me your soul.
I will never give my soul to a devil. And she spits on him. Only thing she can do, I'm assuming. She has definitely been trying to break free this entire time.
You continue to have your organs harvested. And on the verge of death, you feel him shove something into your mouth. As you swallow it, as you go to pass out, you feel slowly but surely your body start to regenerate. You don't witness it, but you feel things growing where you've never felt things grow before. You open your eyes just the same. Roll me perception.
Is it sight-based?
It is sight-based.
It's a natural 20 plus 6 for a 26.
A natural 20. Good job. You look around. You see 6 tails hanging on the wall. You see a few livers. Where he ate his liver, or where he left his liver, there's just stains of blood. You look down and you see your body just barely closed fully back up. Various organs laid around. And just as he's about to carve back in, oh, you're awake. I'll offer you one more time. Give me your... And right before he finishes, you see an arrow fly through the air and get stuck through his temple. And he collapses. Moments later, you see Kay run up to you. What the fuck did you get yourself into? And she cuts the leather off of you. Huli runs up. Taraka, are you okay? She holds you tight.
She shivers at her touch and pushes her away.
Taraka. She casts Cure Wounds on you. It does what it can. But honestly, the bean that they gave you regenerates more than what Huli did. We've got to get you out of here. This is not okay. I'm so sorry. I should have fought harder. I'm so sorry, Taraka. So sorry. Bitch, we gotta get the fuck out of here, Kay says.
She's gonna stand up and she's gonna start walking away, trying to find Chad and Gion's scent. She's not even saying anything.
Roll me athletics. Or dexterity, dealer's choice.
Dex. Is it a dex save or a dex check?
Dex check.
Dex check is a 14.
Alright, you manage to hold yourself up, but you are walking very slow.
I'm still gonna try to walk and get a hold of Gian and Chad's scents.
Huli picks you up. Even if you fight, she holds you tight. You see in Huli's hand, it looks like a compass with a symbol of the traveler on it. Through this way, she says. And Kay and Huli run off into a direction. You watch as the hall seem rather empty now. They go inside. Gian, you look around as one cabin starts to cut you open. And very similarly, you see an arrow fly from the back of his head out of his eye and collapse. Fucking assholes, Kay says, as she cuts you free. You feel as the cut that they were making on your chest slowly start to heal up from the beam, as they weren't able to inflict enough damage fast enough. You try to stand.
What else do I see?
You see Kay and Huli. Huli is carrying Taraka.
And Taraka is trying very hard to not be carried. She wants to walk.
How do I feel right now?
Exhausted. You have 5 levels of exhaustion.
Well, let me go ahead and add that real quick.
You
I'm
both
assuming
have 5.
Taraka has that as well.
Yes, you do.
So
Can I speak at all?
You can speak, yes.
Yeah, so with that being said, yeah, she's not getting anywhere, so she's being carried.
I'll just say, hello, mother. Just through blood.
My child, I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have let this happen. And she picks you up as well. Looks as though she is getting a little... It's a little hard for her to carry this much. Do you have your disc, Gian? You still have all your items.
Well, the disc is a spell.
Actually, it's a spell.
Oh, it's a spell? Unfortunate. Very unfortunate. Oh yeah, plus it's magic.
Yeah.
Magic just doesn't work down here.
Also, I can't move with 5 levels of exhaustion.
That is fair. That is fair. Alright, just Chad left, Huli says. He's this way. You go on. The two of you watch as they bust open the door, once again Kay kills the Cambion in there. Chad, however, was in the process of having his organs harvested. All that's left for him is a skeletal figure. No liver, no heart, no nothing. Roll me perception with disadvantage, both of you.
It didn't matter. You know what? No, I'm going to use a lucky on one of those.
With disadvantage, that's an 18.
An 18. Gian, you would note very slowly but surely, you can see his body moving ever so slightly on its own. Just very barely. You can assume that he has the same being. He says, I don't know. This one looks kind of dead. Get him anyway, even if
He's
so.
Right.
What's that?
He'll be alright.
I can always resurrect him. Kay, can you grab him? I got this shit. She picks him up. We gotta get out of here ASAP. These fuckers aren't playing around. And both of you roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Two 15s, so let
You
me
had to-
see. Saving throw, it's 18.
You gotta beat a 20 for this one.
Yeah, that's an
Yeah.
8.
Alright. At that moment, you both pass back out. Exhaustion, damage. It's hard to stay awake.
Probably just moan the word Caprol before I pass out.
Aw.
Oh.
Gian, roll me one straight roll perception.
Okay, 21.
And as you are fading in and out of consciousness for just a hair of a second, you can almost swear you hear your daughter's voice crying.
Damn.
And in your dreams, Gian, since you have been connected this whole time with this place, never really knowing what this is, as you close your eyes being taken away, you open them up at the sound of your daughter's cry. You hear running in the distance. You hear just muffled Hooley's and Kay's voice as they talk. And you're in the cell with your daughter. You hear a voice in your head. You will never win.
Is there any opportunity to respond mentally?
There is. You feel fine in this state. You are almost as you feel as almost you are on the astral plane.
The issue with that is that this isn't a game. So you can win if you want.
I'm win or lose. All that matters is if I have fun. I will be a god after all.
You're like a child.
A child to you, a god to everyone in my plane. I'll let you leave my plane. Just know you will be back.
I know I will. I promise that to you myself.
I'll see you soon. You hear the sound of bugs swarm you.
Spare the rod and all that.
Everything fades to dark. Both of you roll me a Constitution saving throw.
That's a 10. Or 11, but
An
still.
11.
That's an 11.
An 11. Wow. All right. So, you both wake up. Let me roll as well. I've not done anything for chat this whole session. What? I think he has a +0. Let me triple check.
Man, they all
You got
finna
it,
be
Chad. I believe in you.
traumatized.
Not Oh, he has a +2, so that makes an 11 for him as well. All three of you guys got an 11.
Hey, 11 squad.
I mean, it makes sense. You all went through the same exact torture, so you'll all wake up at the exact same time.
There we go.
Yeah.
We're all scrawny little bitches.
They're all scrawny little bitches.
Except for Taraka.
Rock is our tank.
She's kind of scrawny right now.
You're all kind of scrawny, yeah. You all have organs regrowing, so you know it's not good.
Does that mean if I go drinking now, I'll get drunk really fast?
Oh, 100%. They will probably die, actually, from alcohol poisoning.
Yeah. Instantaneous alcohol poisoning.
But yes, so all three of you, pretty much at the same time, within 30 minutes of each other, start to open your eyes.
I just want y'all to see my stress lines with all this shit.
I have been waiting for this session for so long.
She has.
And this is not even the worst thing I'll do to you, Gian. I hope you know this.
It's pretty close.
Oh. Well, you all three open your eyes.
Well, at least Winks finally understands how evil you are, Kisser.
I'm not evil. I am so very nice.
Just evil's advocate.
Exactly.
Definitely evil.
Don't shoot the messenger.
Yeah, exactly.
You open your eyes and find yourself in a place that no one here recognizes. The walls are purple. The beds are soft and plush. You try to move and your body hurts. You can still talk, albeit it's difficult. As you guys lay there, not even moving your heads, you hear, oh, fuck.
Taraka will look around.
All right. You look around. You note that the room. Roll me a perception with disadvantage, of course.
12.
A 12. Gian, are you going to look around as well?
That's a 7.
A 7. All right. So Gian, what you see is what I prior described: a purple room with and the bed is really soft and plush. You see Taraka and Chad laying in beds next to you. That's all you really see. Taraka, you see the same thing, but you take note that on the nightstand there is a statue of a cat, much like in your house you have statues of wolves. Where are we? Does anyone say anything?
Taraka attempts
No
to, but
idea.
no words come out.
Alright. What did you say, Gian?
No idea.
No idea.
But all painful like.
Makes sense. Moments later, thanks for the stretch. Moments later, you see a familiar face come in with a bowl in her hand. She goes to the first. She goes up to Taraka. You're awake, and looks at the rest. You're all awake. It's Jade. She sets the bowl on the nightstand next to you, pulls out a rag, wrings it out, puts one on top of Taraka's head, then Gian, then Chad. You feel the hot rag rest on your head. It helps soothe the headache. Rest. Oh, let Huli know that you're okay. The ambience showed up at your house. You're safe here. And she will sit in a chair in the room. You'll hear her call. Huli, they're awake. Of course, you're always welcome. She puts the stone away. You guys close your eyes. When you open them back up, the rag is gone, and you awake to the door being shut. Immediately, Taraka, you feel someone hug you. You open your eyes, and you see Huli squeezing you tight.
If she just got woken up with that, she's definitely waking up swinging.
All right, roll to hit with disadvantage.
Instant smacking.
Instant smacking.
Well, it's a good thing it was disadvantage because I don't actually want to hit anybody right here. It's a 7.
You miss.
Which I know misses.
You kind of just try to pick up your arms, and it's hard. She almost feels as though you're hugging her when you're attempting to hit her. I'm so sorry. She's shaking as she holds you. So sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. She just keeps on repeating over and over and over again.
After a minute, when she wakes up good enough and realizes who it is, she'll stop fidgeting, although she'll still shake some and just let the hug happen.
She hugs you for about 10 minutes. Then she goes over to Jian and hugs you as well, apologizing just as much. So sorry. I didn't know they would do. I thought it was just gonna be a holding. I didn't realize. Why would she do this?
It wasn't for you to realize. It is not your fault.
Put you in this situation. So sorry.
You put me nowhere.
Then she goes over.
You did all you could.
He holds you for a bit. Does the same to Chad. And she stays in there. She constantly feeds you guys. Every time you wake up for the next 2 days, Huli is there. You guys were asleep for 2 days. After another 2 days of Huli, Amethyst, and Jade taking care of you.
Does that mean we get 2 days of long rests?
You do get 2 days of long rest, yes. So after 2 days, you have
3.
1 level of exhaustion. And yes, you guys do level up.
Yay.
Half tempted to give you guys 2 level ups for this shit.
I wouldn't complain.
I wouldn't either after that.
Blast harder.
I mean, Taraka's not going to be blasting anything for a minute. She's not able to talk at the moment.
I'd say after the 2 days, your bodies have reformed nearly to full. By the end of the 5th day, you guys will be back due to the beans that last for 10 days. Your bodies will be fully rejuvenated.
Body yes, mind no.
Exactly. But yes, after 4 days, you guys wake up and you feel as though you can actually push yourself outside of the bed.
So wait, did we get 4 days of long rests then?
You spent 2 days in the dungeons.
Okay.
then 2 days of rest.
Okay.
So I apologize. Yeah, you guys have been recovering for 2 days.
Okay.
But you guys at this point are still able to get up and... Oh wait, no, you were knocked out for 2 days straight. Then for the past 2 days, Huli's been catering you. So yeah, so you have been recovering for 4 days. My
Alright,
apologies.
so that's 4 days of long rests.
Yes.
Yay.
So you have 1 level of exhaustion at this point.
Yay.
Huli
Right.
is there. Whoop. Huli is feeding you all dinner. You guys are able to sit up now. What would you like to say to Huli?
Over this time, Taraka is having an issue trying to actually get her words to come out. So at this point, she would probably reach her hand up and start writing. Like she wants a pen and paper.
Huli quickly gives you one.
And she takes it and writes down. Why did they do that? We were still deliberating.
Lucy is working with Beelzebub. I don't know why. I don't know how. But it's the only thing I could think of. I'm so sorry. I should have seen this. I don't know when or how or why. The mark, Gian, on your cloak. Was that of Beelzebub's? That was his domain. That was her prison. I thought Lucy could be trusted. I thought she was a friend. So sorry.
I wouldn't cast judgment so quickly. There are a lot of pawns in this and a lot of people acting out of their sort. I'm not even fully convinced Lucy is even intentionally doing this. Just as Nick wasn't. That remains to be seen clearly.
What do you guys need? Anything. Anything at all. Please. Don't even worry about what's been. Please just take some time. Relax. Rest. Don't think about anything.
Taraka writes on her paper, they kept asking me to give them my soul. Why do they keep asking instead of just taking?
It's because of who you are, Taraka. He takes a deep breath. I suppose it's time I had the talk with you. She holds out her hand, and you see a small red marble appear. She hands it to you, Taraka. You look inside, and you see a 9-tailed kitsune. You see your mother, but a full fox form, sitting on all 4 legs, looking up at you, looking worried. That is my soul.
Tries to hand it back to her, like, I don't want this.
As you try to hand it back to her, she just holds up her hand, and her soul appears in her fingers. The soul of Kitsune cannot be taken by force. It can only be given or stolen if known how. But it always has to be presented by the Kitsune first. Our souls are our very essence. You can give your soul to someone, and it will intertwine yours and theirs for all of eternity. You do not want to give your soul to anyone, Raka. Never give your soul to anyone unless you truly love them. Like Adelar.
Write on the paper. Is that why Dad's been alive for so long?
He smiles. Yes. He has my soul. He will live for as long as I live. Please, never give anyone your soul. Or if you do, and they use it for evil, you may never have your afterlife. If Beelzebub takes it, you will forever be his. Your marble, your soul, is the thing most precious to you.
Just nods.
Jian, Chad, I'm so sorry for what's happened. Jian, you've been through more pain than anyone should ever endure in their lifetime. Chad, I'm sorry you got mixed in this as well. I will be here. But please, for the next few days, rest. Do not worry about anything. For your mother will take care of it all. Anything anyone else would like to say?
I'll look Hooli in the eye. Nearly not emotionless. There's an intensity to it. It's not even anger, but the very, very slight trembles at the cheeks and at the temples beget this rage. And he says, "It's not your fault."
Thank you. Don't worry. Lucy has not, will not get to you. Every court, she is asking more and more, threatening my land, wanting to get to you.
Fucking Geneva Convention.
Oh my god.
Why is the Geneva Convention on my screen? God damn it.
Wow. It's cause you're getting into too much stuff, macadamia nuts.
What's up, Clara?
But yes, he has started adding cambions into the court.
And that wasn't a red flag? Like, what?
After you guys escaped, campions started going to the court. He's threatening our realms. I'm sorry you got mixed up in this, but I fear a war is brewing. Please rest.
Draka writes on her paper, "There's no way Zenora is okay with that."
Zenora hates the campions. At first, he was wanting you to die. But he has been showing signs he does not approve of Lucy's ways over the past few days. Nick and Ezekiel are missing. Amethyst and Jade haven't been to court. Or Jade hasn't been to court out of protection. Zenora is now wondering what has happened to her son. Zenora is now looking at Lucy as the culprit. So sorry.
This was being brought onto you and Taraka, and this has been forced upon me and my family. I feel for Chad. He simply wanted to help. He's the one really mixed up in all this and has no real stake in this.
And Taraka writes on that paper, "You can alter memories?" Question mark.
I can. Yes.
She looks at Chad.
No. I want to help.
You should know that this isn't really your place, and that much worse can come, very likely will come. You should know what you're getting into.
I know. I know. And Huli walks over to him. It's okay. And she puts her hand on his forehead. And you watch as he goes to sleep.
Taraka writes on her paper, "Did you do it or just put him to sleep?"
He won't remember a thing, dear.
Then writes on the paper, "If we take him back to Fairyvale, Do you think they will leave him alone with his memories being gone?
I can only hope. Oh,
I doubt they will leave him alone.
well,
And with no memory, he has no warning.
I can give him his memories back if you think that is what's best.
Ironically, it might be safer for him to stay in safety. The material is not that hard to penetrate, and he won't be that hard to find if they wanted him.
You might be right. Perhaps he should have a voice in this discussion as well. She puts her hand on his forehead once again, him still being asleep. But you should all continue to rest. We will discuss this more in the morning. Please, try to get some sleep. And that is where we end things tonight.
Damn, Kisser.
What do you guys think of the session?
Damn, Kisser. You know what? You know what I think about the session?
What?
Do you know what I think about the session?
What do you think about this session? Oh
That's
shit!
what I think about
A
this session.
tape?
I think we need that after this session.
I think I agree. Do you mind bringing the alcohol in here once you're done?
Let me find some alcohol.
There we go. Oh man, this was a good session.
I also sent you something.
Oh, did you? Oh, I see that. Oh, not there. How much did I miss in the beginning because I was like an hour late? Thank you, thank you. We take this really fast, and I will also tell you what you missed in the beginning, Winks. Ooh,
To those of you who like whiskey, this is good stuff.
sounds great.
Drink responsibly.
Needed that after that session.
I know, right? And yes, so Winks, in the very beginning, you missed that. So this was 2 days that went by. The first day was more of a lax day where they. Huli left town to do a little bit of research on what Jian informed her the night prior from last session. That's where she found out that that symbol was Beelzebub's symbol. In the meantime, Taraka, Jian, and Chad got a call from Ezekiel asking them to hang out at the winter festival. They went out to they got new clothes and went to the festival. They went on some roller coaster rides, played some games. They managed to speak with Ezekiel in the beginning, then Nick, then Jade. After that night, Ezekiel seemed to be friendly enough. Nick seemed to be confused, and Jade seemed to be very friendly. In the morning, they went to court, and I believe by that point you were back. Uh, that looks like Genie in a bottle. Very much cat. But Jian, how did you feel about this last session?
Oh, I'm killing all of them.
You're killing all of them.
Oh, he's pissed.
How did you
Yeah,
like his
that's
organs?
fair.
They're big bitches.
How did Jian like his organs being harvested?
Well, he's been around the block a while. He's been tortured before, and this one was special. This one's a special kind of torture. And it's simultaneously insulting how amateur she thinks they are, but also it was completely terrible and painful.
I love it.
Like, this is who kidnapped me? Really? How far have I fallen?
How far have I fallen?
Oh my god.
Oh man.
Wow, that's his thought
Rage and-
process on it.
Rage and self-loathing and just,
I couldn't
what
even
is this mess?
I couldn't even back off some campions. They couldn't even hit me. They could not even hit me. They rolled
Just probably
horribly.
reminiscing on the last time he got captured and had scales ripped off and all that kind of stuff.
Yep, yep.
Just like that guy had arm on him.
By the way, proactively, roll me one more perception, Xion.
That's a 10.
Roll it with advantage. Because this is you thinking back on this memory.
And now it's a 12.
That is not enough. Unfortunate. Very much so unfortunate.
He needs his glasses.
I really wanted to give this to you.
Is this me looking back on something?
It is.
Like from the time as a dragon?
Yes, technically.
Because if that's a dragon, then that 12 should be a 19.
Okay, there we go. I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you. Because I want you to have this. You, as you're remembering the torture, the court case, the last time you got kidnapped, or someone got kidnapped, your family, that smile that Lucy gave you in the courtroom, it looked awfully familiar to the smile given by the elven woman who kidnapped your family.
Oh, even more murder.
Yeah, I would have preferred to have that one torture me.
She
She seems like she knows what she's doing.
Wah, ha, ha, ha. Man. Man.
Man.
Ah,
Man. Butcher and
this
peeps.
is going to be fun. Congratulations. You're about halfway through the campaign. Actually, in about 2 sessions. No, you're about halfway.
I don't feel like we're halfway.
You don't feel like we're halfway?
No, I don't feel like we're anywhere near halfway.
Maybe not. Maybe not. You may be gagged during the organ part. How unfortunate.
We're gonna be fighting gods or people that want to be gods. We gonna need to be a lot.
Yeah. By the way,
higher
you
level.
did get 2 level ups right there. By the way, because
Okay.
that was quite the
A
experience.
traumatic experience.
Yes. Is that the sequel to Fear and Loathing Las Vegas?
Oh my gosh.
Oh, jeez.
So we just had 2 very heavy roleplay sessions. There might be some combat coming in the next session or 2. Just maybe. If you can't tell. Things have been building up.
No way. Just no way.
I will also say that I will likely do a few day time skip in the next session. So it's debatable. There are some things like you guys have a few days to, as you recover. At the start of next session, I'll tell you what has happened in those past 2 days. You guys can tell me what you would like to happen, like what you guys would like to do in those few days. But there will be a few days that go by that aren't drastically covered.
Okay.
And before we wrap things up, chat, I'll ask you as well. Do you guys have any questions? Gian Taraga, do you guys have any questions?
Why do you hate us?
Because it's much more fun to hate you than love you.
Uh-huh. Totally.
Totally. Oh, man. Gian, do you have any questions?
I'm just over here scheming how I'm gonna kill these people.
Clara's interested in Gion's look and the fact that he was a dragon and how he is an air person now.
Like,
Yes.
he's a good dude, but he's kind of bent on revenge right about now.
I could
He's
only
just got
imagine.
this fury he can't put anywhere,
And you
and
know
all
what?
the pain just adds to it.
Yes. I mean, the last thing you remember from the dungeon was you standing next to your daughter, crying, hearing that Huli and Kay, along with your bodies, are running just nearby. They just did not manage to cross her cell. So close, yet so far away.
Damn.
Yeah.
I think Neon's probably going to be spending his time with his newfound appreciation for meditation, but also going through that spell book that he got from that wizard like crazy. Got to get as strong as possible.
Makes sense.
It do make sense.
It do make sense. I'm especially giving you guys 2 level ups because 1, the traumatic shit. 2, you guys are going to be spending the next couple days, I assume, training with Adelar and reading your magic book and doing what you can to make sure that you are prepared for what happens next.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
I know Taraka for several days is going to be struggling to try and get her voice back. The
Very
trauma
fair.
kind of knocked her voice out of her.
Makes sense. Makes complete sense. But guys, it is 11 o'clock. We typically stream till 10 o'clock. I have work at 3 in the morning. I'm going to go ahead and call it here.
Yeah.
I hope you all have a great night. And remember, if an elf comes knocking on your door, it's best advised that you do not answer. Good night, everyone.
Good night, guys.